It's Thursday, October 5th, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now.
Las Vegas hotel security is under scrutiny after the mass shootings this week. But will casinos see a decline in tourism as a result? Nevertheless, many local hotels will light up their marquees tonight with a special message of unity.
Ryan Seacrest cancels his appearance on Good Morning America last minute after Kelly Ripa reportedly demands it, prompting some to question her motives. Is Kelly getting a fair shake?
What should parents do when they disagree in a child's health care? We spoke with one mom days before she went to jail for violating a court order to get her son vaccinated. Her new husband defended her beliefs last night in an interview with us, but her ex is standing his ground. That's in today's Deep Dive.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, October 5th, and we are the only live show that's talking about what you're talking about right now. Just spend a little time with us, and we're going to break down all the breaking news and trending topics. Plus, we're live, so we want to hear from you. That means grabbing your phone, downloading the DBL app, and joining the conversation. Let's get this thing kicked off with the top 5 trending topics you need to know right now with my girl, Sam Shocker. Take it away, Sam.
Thank you, Erica Cobb. Woo! That's right, we are live. I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson. I'm Sam Shocker, and we want to welcome all of our viewers to Daily Blast Live. We're a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is in our studio, ready to cover news the moment it breaks. All right, one of the top trending stories right now, drama on the set of Live with Kelly and Ryan. Page 6 reported that Kelly freaked out and demanded that Ryan cancel his Good Morning America appearance, so he did. Now, this morning, however, the Daily Mail reports that Ryan canceled his appearance because he is too busy, not because Kelly asked him to. What do we think about this?
I think that sounds very
fishy. Yeah. There's been a lot of talk. You know, Michael Strahan left already, went to GMA. Yep. And
abruptly, and that's what started the whole drama. You know, she took off a week of shows. She came back and said that she felt blindsided that nobody filled her in.
She was blindsided. She
was blindsided. Yes. Executive producer of that show, and she found out when we found out that Michael Strahan.
I don't know. This might be unpopular opinion, but I'm not a big fan of Kelly Ripa, and I know people say she's been treated unfairly on set. I don't like the way she treats people.
Though.
I know, but I just don't like the way her chemistry is with other co-hosts. I feel like she feels like she's above them. I wish Fred Savage would have got her job, and then Ryan Seacrest and Fred Savage would have teamed up.
So you're just upset about Fred Savage?
I'm totally pissed about Fred Savage.
Okay,
totally mad about Fred Savage. But I think where there's
Kelly.
smoke, there's fire, and we always say that, and I think there's something behind the scenes that we just don't know.
I don't think that's fair. Go ahead.
Well, Ryan Seacrest is touted, whether it's self-proclaimed or we've given him the title. He's the hardest working man, people think, in show business. And I think for him just to say that he's not going to do this and then also pulling out of American Idol, I just, that doesn't sound right to me.
It doesn't sound right at all. I don't think that she's going to give him an ultimatum and say, you can't do GMA. I think that she had every right to be upset those months ago when she was blindsided by Michael Strahan. And I think she cleared it up. She told it directly to the viewer on her show. And since then, I would like to give her the benefit of the doubt and think that she's moved on.
Right. Well, apparently she hasn't, because I mean, we look and it's like that's definitely he was forced to debate over the gun on that one.
I do think she had something to do with it.
Okay, well, here we go.
All right.
Okay, digital producer Kelly Schuberth has something happening at this moment. We're saved by the bell, Al.
Right now, the Wynn in Las Vegas, they have stepped up security and are now scanning guests. So security guards, police officers, they've been seen using metal detectors as well as wands before letting people in, as well as on the casino floor. So many people may think this is inconvenient, but this could be the new reality for many hotels on the Strip. Other properties in Vegas say security, it's a top priority, but it's unclear if any of those other properties are making changes. I'll keep you updated and bring you any new info as I get it.
Thank you so much, Kelly Schuberth. All right, here's a Las Vegas story that you're sharing right now. Marquees at many of the Strip's hotels and casinos displayed special messages in honor of the shooting victims. One read, quote, "We've been there for you during the good times. Thank you for being there for us now." And ain't that the truth? And as Kelly stated, you know, the fear is that people won't go to Vegas as much anymore, or they won't want to go into those casinos and see the shows because of fear of safety, or maybe they feel inconvenienced by the metal detectors. But that's their economy, and we saw that with 9/11, how it hit Broadway, and then the city had to really, actually the state of New York really had to reinvest in a Broadway, and they gave them $1 million marketing fund.
Right.
When that is your main source of income for a city, I think that that becomes very, just important. It's something to think about. We think about Hurricane Katrina. That was something totally different, but they did a lot to put money back into the city so people would come to New Orleans again for Mardi Gras, Essence Festival, that kind of thing.
Because Vegas is a huge escape for all of us, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't want that to go away.
I think this is going to be the new norm. You know, unfortunately, our time is very precious and everyone wants to be in a rush, but, you know, we have to be safe. No one wants this thing happening again to their family or anyone else's family. This is going to become the new norm.
But how much of your time are you willing to sacrifice for safety? Because if you're talking about checking everybody coming in and out of a casino every day, there are going to be long lines getting into a casino, and that's part of the magic of Vegas is being able to weave in and out of places, and to stand in a 30-minute line to walk into a casino in another 30-minute line.
What's the price to pay for peace of mind, though?
Right. You know, but I think it might be unrealistic, and I think we're being more reactive than proactive in terms of us worrying about terrorism.
Well, when you talk about...
We got to go to the next story. We want to know your DBL take. Clearly a heated topic. Another top trending entertainment story at this moment, Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
The boss.
Yes. Here's the sign going up for Springsteen on Broadway. Previews say the boss is rockin'. It is an intimate 2.5-hour show, and the tickets have been very hard to get, let me tell you. On his opening night, the boss dedicated his performance to his friend Tom Petty. The show officially opens October 12th. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I looked at the set list though, and I'm on Fire is not on it, and that's my favorite song.
Yeah. And I just imagine the feeling of seeing your name being put up like that. It has to give you chills, because I know that happened to me before, but it was at a convenience store. Yeah, it was for a bad check that I had written, and so if you see this girl,
I really want to see this.
Okay, I'm so excited about this. I literally lost my earring. You're not even that big of Springsteen fans. Come on. Evan, have you ever seen Springsteen in concert?
I haven't seen him in concert.
Okay, listen. So I heard from my friend that was there. It was this night of like storytelling, and like he kind of said it was like almost like a journey of his life. But I can attest to it. He is like the Energizer Bunny. He will sing for hours and hours. He spent time with me afterward, took photos. He crowd surfed. It's
like you met him, Jen?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Jen,
and he was like sweaty from the concert. I was like, no, it's okay. You know, no, but the best guy, and he is a great storyteller, and I'm loving that he's bringing it to Broadway and doing it. So
thank you
for that insight, Jen.
I know, I love that. Now I'm even more jealous of Jen. All right, speaking of rock and roll, a top entertainment story trending at the moment, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The nominees for their 2018 class were just announced. There's a lot, and you are looking at them right now. Some standouts include Radiohead, LL Cool J, Bon Jovi. For a full list, go to our Facebook page. So which nominee would you vote for? Grab your device and open the DBL app. Click on Vote Now. Okay, so what are we thinking here, you guys? You looked at the list earlier, and you have to have released an album 25 years ago from your debut album, and there's about 900 people that make this decision, and it's mixed up with historians and former Hall of Fame rock and roll inductees. Are you rooting for anyone?
I'm rooting for LL Cool J. The ladies love Cool James, you know?
Yeah.
LL's been around. He's also transcended in terms of not leaving rap, but moving on from rap and getting into movies. And he's been on a hit TV show for almost 15 years. I mean, LL's just done it all in show business. His name needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
And when you think back, like the origin of rap, you think Beastie Boys, you think LL Cool J, Public Enemy's already in there. LL needs his due. Yeah.
He was like the original sex symbol for rappers. Like the first, I remember my sister and my cousins were just like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want to hear it, but yeah.
All the black men started joining the gym after LL Cool J came out.
And the way he always,
muscles everywhere.
And the way he always licks his lips.
You like that, huh? Well, you said 25 years is the first album had to come out, and I was surprised to see Rufus and Shaka Khan on there, because I would have thought that they would have had one for sure.
Nina Simone too. We're gonna get a drum roll to find out who the winner is based on your votes at home.
Bon Jovi.
Hey,
listen,
I'm surprised Jovi's not in it.
He's got to be in. I was surprised he wasn't already.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. All right, pop culture guru Tori Shulman with trending music news coming in hot. Tori.
You know what's hot is licking the lips with LL Cool J. All right, guys, so raise your glass, Pink fans, if you are wrong in all the right ways, because Pink is going on tour. Woo! All right, you guys, it's going to be called the Beautiful Trauma World Tour, and it kicks off in March. Pink tweeted that her next album hits stores October 13th, and she teased her brand new documentary. Let's take a quick look.
So it's rehearsals, and it's putting on shows, and then your 6-year-old has surf camp, and your 8-year-old has a vaccination, and then your album's out.
BRB, because I'm going to go grab tickets, because I'm a rock star, and I got my rock moves. What?
I got my rock moves. That's a Pink song. It's okay. okay, Tori. It's okay. All right, Daily Buzz Live is a trending show covering news live as it happens. Erica Cobb is in the DBL Hub tracking your social comments and viral videos. Erica.
That's right. Right now, a mother is sitting in jail because she refused to vaccinate her son. We're asking, is it fair? We spoke to her and her husband. That's today's Deeper Dive. Also still ahead, are Chip and Joanna ending Fixer Upper because of security reasons? We get the answer straight from Joanna. But first, go to the Daily Blast Live app and vote because we want to know which trending topic you would like to hear in today's debate of the day. Here are your two choices.
Rumor has it Selena Gomez is ready to get hitched, so she's leaving hints around the house for her boyfriend The Weeknd to find. Should you wait for a proposal or encourage it? Or Tim McGraw and Faith Hill say touring together has strengthened their relationship. So is working with your significant other a good idea? Grab your device, get on the DBL app, and tap Vote Now for what topic you want to hear in today's SmackDown.
Hey guys, Tori Shulman here with Daily Blast Live. We're always giving you the top trending stories within the commercial breaks. We're headed straight to Leo with some beautiful photography here. What's going on?
Yeah, so trending right now on Business Wire, Tori, is new Calvin Klein models here. We got the new Jake Gyllenhaal, Leah Cabede, and then 4-year-old actress Layla. They are all the new faces of Calvin Klein's Eternity brand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do they know each other?
I would assume so, but does that make you want to get the Eternity a little bit more? I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal's a nice-looking guy, don't you think?
It makes me want to cuddle with strangers. Does that make sense? That's sort of what's happening here. Thanks, Leo. That was a good one. Angelica, we got a surprise. What's going on?
I love this story. It's trending right now on MSN.com. 7-year-old Piero, he's from Mississippi, and he's battling cancer, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation said, we'll grant you anything you want, and he chose to be a police officer for a day. I want to show you this video.
All right, let's take a watch. We're all get your tissues out, guys.
So they give him his own uniform. They give him a badge. They let him write a ticket. They let him handcuff a suspect. Basically do everything just to be a police officer for a day. And this is in Mississippi. And it's so cute. It's trending online again on MSN.
Look at him. He's got a little blowhorn. Honestly, I would let myself get a ticket from this guy. That's amazing. Make-A-Wish is important. Brooke, I see you have Brett Forrest, another digital person on the show on your screen. Is that Brett?
You know, he does look like our digital guy, Brett Forrest. But no, this is actually U.S. Marine veteran. This is Taylor Winston. He actually stole a pickup truck during the Vegas shootings to transport a ton of victims to the hospital, about 30 of them. Wow. He found the truck, the keys were in it, he took it, he got a bunch of people into the car, rushed them to the hospital, and he actually returned the truck to the owner with the toolbox, and he was like, I'm sorry I took your truck with all the blood stains in it, but this guy's a true hero. He's a 2-time Iraq veteran, so he's actually a great, great guy.
Yeah, did the truck owner get mad? Do we know anything about the truck owner?
No, he was very supportive. He actually posted a screenshot of their conversation, and he was really praising this guy. So.
You know, it's funny, when you comes down to it, fight or flight, you do what you have to do, but what's interesting is for Marines, for veterans, let us know if you have anyone in your family, or if you are also a vet, you go into instinct, and instinct is get me a vehicle and get these people to safety. So big bravo. Guys, let me know if you are hearing any cool Vegas stories. DBL Take, you know that hashtag.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering the top trending topics that you're talking about right now. It's time now for the deep dive. That's where we take the one trending topic that you can't stop talking about, so we join the conversation with you. Today, we're talking about the mother who refused to vaccinate her son, and now she has landed herself in jail.
Mother Rebecca Bradow is in jail today after violating a court order agreeing to have her son vaccinated. Her husband, Gary, says...
No, they actually put her in handcuffs right there and took her.
In this case, it was over an agreement with the son's father, stating they would allow vaccinations for their son. And then she changed her mind. Rebecca talked to Daily Blast Live last week and said this.
I don't want to go to jail, but I stand for what I believe in, and, I deserve to have this side of the case heard.
Reaction from all sides poured in from the DBL Nation. What should parents do when they disagree on a child's health care? What's your DBL take?
Interesting question, Erica Cobb. Thank you. I'm here with my co-host Jeff, Ebony, and Al, and today we're asking, what should parents do when they disagree on a child's health care? Also, we do have an update to the story. We have heard from the father, Jason Horn, and his attorney. Okay. And Jason Horn told us directly through his attorney, Mr. Horn feels that this is a personal and family matter and does not wish to sensationalize this matter as Miss Brado and her husband have chosen to do. Further on, Mr. Horn strongly disagrees with the false assertions of Mr. Brado that Mr. Horn ever agreed with Miss Brado's unilateral decision to withhold vaccinations for their son. Also, it was told to us that so much of her going to jail wasn't all about the vaccinations.
Right,
it was
which is important.
Which is really important to know, because in Michigan you are legally able to delay or withhold vaccinations. It was the fact that she has gone against the court orders. Okay. That's what it was, and their previous discussions of how they were going to raise their child.
Yeah. Right. So it kind of changes everything. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the child's the one that we're talking about, that we should be talking about, that we care about, and he's the one caught in the middle. It kind of seems like a dispute between, I don't want to put because she is a friend of our show and everything, but it does seem like the child's caught in the middle and the parents are just not getting along and they're using the child as leverage, and that can never be the case.
What would you guys do if you go through a divorce and then you have two totally different ideas of healthcare? We saw that with Bobby Christina, right? Some of her family wanted to pull the plug. Other parts of her family, like Bobby, wanted to keep her alive, so to speak.
You know, for couples that are already together, we might be past this, but I think any couples thinking about getting married or that are definitely about to get married, this is a conversation you need to have right now.
Absolutely.
What religion are we going to raise the kid? Are we going to force them to go to college? Are we going to get them vaccinated? These are all things that need to be talked about ahead of time before you get to here where there are court orders and now people are in jail.
Medical directives.
Right.
Get
that
your
is
medical
so
directives
true.
together. I haven't gotten a medical directive together. It reminds me I need to do that.
Well, I just think about, and the child is how old? Do we know?
Like, 9?
Yeah, 9
okay.
years.
So he's old enough to comprehend what's going on, and I think one of our comments from the DBL Nation even said this is going to do psychological damage maybe to the son. And I'm thinking when I was 9, if my mom was in jail, like I would be like, but I think we just, it's so many layers to this and so many different opinions, and I still don't, if you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I still don't really fully understand her reasoning, and I wish that I did.
Well, let's ask our DBL Nation to chime in with your DBL take. We want to hear from you. Please.
We love it. We love
All right, Fitness Pro Jen Wiederstrom with a trending story coming in hot. Jen.
Thanks, Sam. Yes, I've got a story that's trending really high right now because it's a list of things that make you kind of say, like, oh my God, I need that. Why don't I own that already, right? We've all had that feeling. So I've picked out a few that we all need, and I'm going to start with my favorite category, food. Yes. Okay, the first up, we've got a batter dispenser to make the perfect pancake, or a protein pancake if you're looking to save some lbs without fail, okay? My second one is a lasagna pan that has these 3 separate channels, so you can make 3 different kinds of pasta in the one pan. Yep, holidays coming up, it's brilliant. And my personal favorite, it's seriously too good. Al's reaction's everything. The Golden Girls Clue board game. So now we can finally find out who had the last piece of cheesecake in the billiard room. I know, very fun. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Jen. I love that lasagna pan, especially because you don't really eat meat, so you can put different ones in different.
I'm loving the Golden Girls. Shout out Estelle Getty.
Yes,
love that show.
Well, we've told you a million times. You must have been under a rock if you didn't know. We are live and covering trending stories as they happen, like Martha Stewart. Hear why she calls her prison experience horrifying. And Erica Cobb, the SmackDown's coming up.
That's right, Ebony. So DBL Nation, grab your phone and download the DBL app so you can vote on the trending topic that our hosts will debate it out. You get to choose. So do you think it's ever okay to encourage a partner to a marriage proposal, or would you mind working with your spouse? Is it a smart move for the relationship? Go to the DBL app and vote now.
World. Connor, what is going on? I see something pretty serious over here. What's going on here?
Yeah, so trending right now from WXIA in Atlanta, one of our sister stations there, a train actually derailed early Thursday and hit this house. A man got trapped inside. However, the rescuers did take him to the hospital and he only suffered minor injuries, so he should be okay.
God, that's so scary. You never know when that train derails where it's going to go. My prayers with that man. All right, what do we got here? Some kind of car here?
Well, in 2015, there was Pizza Rat 2016 there was Pizza Squirrel, and now there's Pizza Fox. So let me show you this video.
Geez.
It's coming out of Sweden, and this driver, he wasn't a pizza delivery truck driver. He just had a slice sitting in his passenger seat.
No.
He left the door open, and it just takes off with it. So yeah, 2017 is the year for Pizza Fox.
Someone's being foxy. That was so stupid. Stone Cold Fox. All right, Brett from Forest. Brett from the Forest. Brett Forest. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, so there's this tweet from a guy named Chris that says, PSA, knowing how to mix Hamburger Helper doesn't make you wife material, with a Snapchat screenshot of Hamburger Helper. Kind of throwing some shade at this girl.
Yeah.
And then Hamburger Helper got involved and said, and this makes you husband material. And yeah.
SmackDown, I'm going to high five that. Isn't he just a glove? All right, keep going.
Yeah, there are some replies to this saying that's a one-handed clapback, which made me laugh quite a bit. But yeah, Hamburger Helper is pretty good on Twitter.
Hamburger Helper is helping with the sexist situations. All right, give us your hashtag DBL takes. We want to hear, do you have Hamburger Helper? And do you like one-glove dinners?
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for the Smackdown. Every day, you at home, the DBL Nation, gets to decide on what trending topic you would like to hear our hosts debate. Just seconds ago, you voted on, is it a smart move to work with a spouse? Now, we need you to leave your phones out and grab that DBL app because we want to know which host you believe is winning today's Smackdown. Take it away, Sam Shocker.
Thank you, Erica Cobb. And it really does matter who wins the Smackdown. The host that wins the most Smackdowns between now and Thanksgiving wins a donation to the charity of their choice. That's amazing. Woo! So go to dailyblastlive.com to learn more about the Smackdown for charities. All right, Tim McGraw says working with his wife, Faith Hill, has strengthened their relationship. Country superstar couple are currently on a world tour together, so got us thinking, is working with your significant other a good idea? Here to lead the DBL debate of the day is pop culture guru Tori Shulman, and we got comedian Al Jackson. Al, I'm going to start with you. Go.
Okay, they have a saying called absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's not called I want y'all up in my face, all right? You don't need that. Well, you need it, work needs to be an outlet, okay? So when you leave work, you need to be able to disconnect and start your other life, your home life. And if you take your spouse to work and then back home to work, it could be detrimental to the relationship.
All right, Exhibit A, my husband and I met at work. Can we show a picture quickly, please?
Exhibit A, please.
Thank you. We met at work. We are very happily married.
How is that proof you met at work? You just got his arm around.
Because that's at work. My badge is around my neck. So I'll just say this. When you work with someone at a place that's very important, you realize you've already been paired like online dating. If you're working, you have common interests. We were at a TV show. We like entertainment. We have already been paired down like it's Tinder. And guess what? It worked like Tinder. We're on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to the viewers at home are agreeing with Al at 63%. Sorry about that, Tori. Go Al.
Well, I'm just asking, if it works so well, why isn't he here right now?
Ooh, he will be.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm just telling you, I think that you get to go home to Brooks and you get to tell him all about your day. He tells you all about his day. You guys had different days. You can give different notes, and I think that that's what you're neglecting in your argument.
Tori, you have
just
like 10
because
seconds.
you're dressed like a ref doesn't mean you can.
I know I look like I'm at Foot Locker, but here's important. If you can spend a lot of time together at work, it means you can spend eternity together in marriage.
All right, final vote.
I didn't know we were bringing the afterlife into this.
62%. Al is still arguing. You won, Al. You won.
Love you, girl.
Good job, Tori. All right, digital producer Raquel V. Villanueva with news at this moment. Raquel.
Right now we have a live look into space. So this is from NASA. What you're looking at right now is the International Space Station, and they're actually talking back down to Earth right now. It's 2 astronauts repairing a robotic arm there, and it's really cool. I can show you like another look at it from just a few minutes ago, and you can see them at work upside down. So there's another live feed October 10th.
That is so cool.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
All day long.
I feel like that's so cool. We couldn't talk and we're on TV. Everybody's like, I didn't know human beings could do that.
I know. Yep, Daily Blast Live brings you breaking news and trending stories live as they come in. And Tori, you have a coming in hot next.
You guys, it is going to blow your mind how wonderful I am in this coming in hot. Just so you know. But first, the DBL Nation loves our viral dog videos like this one. Yoji the dog bundles up for winter and is looking on trend as any fashionista. Snap it out.
Yoji, okay, honey.
Yes, like a hoodie.
Yes, Yoji.
Promotional consideration.
Hi, Jen Wiedersham here, hosting, of course, with Daily Blast Live. I forgot what I was doing for a second. And on the commercial breaks, we always want to bring you the top trending stories right now. And I'm starting with Angelica. We have this amazing story about Winona Ryder that's actually going to surprise you.
Yeah, so she's obviously a famous actress. She was in Beetlejuice. She played Lydia, and she just spoke out in an interview saying that she was bullied in high school after she acted as Lydia, which is crazy because you think she would, people would want to be friends with her.
I was going to say, you think after a movie comes out, you wouldn't think that she would get bullied for it. You'd think, wow, how cool, Michael Keaton, this great movie, but like, no.
She said people called her a witch, but thanks her parents that have helped her overcome that, and now things are obviously back to normal.
Dude, bullying has been going on for a long time. Let's make it stop at some point, huh? Thanks, babe. Shakara and I briefly told me about this story. It's so amazing. I'm going to let her go for it.
This is 7-year-old Davin in Canada. He's legally blind, and he's able to see for the first time now due to these eSight glasses. How the glasses work is it captures HD video. It optimizes the images into an easily viewable format. So this is amazing. Little 7-year-old, he's able to see all the fine details like stripes.
And we'll put this on our Facebook page. I know we're short on time now, but go check it out. This is an amazing story. See you guys soon into the next break.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time for Coming In Hot. It's National Do Something Nice Day, everyone. So I thought I would do the same here at Daily Blast Live. Let's take a quick look. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for being great. Thanks. Thank you, sweetie. Some people weren't as accepting as my niceness as others. Mr. Hashtag Jeff. All right, more trending stories coming up in our next half hour on Daily Blast Live.
Great.
Hey guys, Jen Wiedersham back with more top trending stories this hour. As promised, this one we couldn't quite fit in, and I'm gonna let you take it from here. It's about the Kim K.
It's a lot happening. She teased this Sunday's episode, and it's basically her finding out that those infamous photos of her on the beach in Mexico were leaked with unretouched photos of her cellulite on her butt and her legs. I'm not choosing to show the pictures because you can go find them yourself on Radar online, but here's her reaction. She was not happy. She said, I have to go and immediately untag myself in every photo. And part of me feels for her. I mean, you're on the beach, you kind of feeling it, but then you got paparazzi in your face.
Here's what I feel bad about for her. Cellulite's normal. It's totally natural. And for some reason, she feels she's got to create the standard of like the perfect skin around the hiney. And the reality is by the way, let me explain. Can you hold the mic for me? I need my hands. The reality is your skin Cellulite is not necessarily fat. It's the way your skin responds to that fatty layer. So what starts to happen, let's say you have a piece of saran wrap, right? The first time you use it, it's perfect, it's stretched out, it goes over the container, and it's smooth, just like we are when we're babies, up through about 30 years old. And then once you turn 30 years old in one day, the skin starts to change. But the reality is, like, think about using that saran wrap over and over, it starts to pock. So your skin and that connective fascia over the fat starts to just become more pliable, which is why you see those pockets. Thank you. I see how I needed my hands. So the reality is, Kim K, we're with you, honey. Let the cellulite fly. Oh, don't untag yourself. It's fine. It's normal. It's healthy. You're good. Enjoy your next vacation. Okay? Okay. Thank you. No, we're out of time.
It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering the top trending topics that you're talking about right now. This is our DBL family working hard on listening to both your social comments, breaking news, and trending stories like these in this moment. All 5 living former presidents will band together at a hurricane relief concert later this month. The show will be in Texas on October 21st. No word whether President Trump will attend. Listen up, shoppers. Stores are staying closed this Thanksgiving to give workers the day off. These include Costco, IKEA, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx, and more than 50 others. San Juan's mayor is clapping back at President Trump. She rocked a T-shirt with the word nasty on it after he called her that in a tweet. She and the president have been in a war of words over Puerto Rico relief efforts. Sam Shocker, back to you.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb. All right, joining me is media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, and comedian Al Jackson. And this story is on fire. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton has angered female football fans everywhere and has just been dropped by one of his sponsors, Oikos Yogurt. Here's why. At a press conference yesterday, female reporter Jordan Rodriguez asked a technical question about the physicality of routes. Cam laughed and said, quote, "It's funny to hear a female talk about routes." The moment got a ton of attention and Cam did not apologize. Jordan, the reporter, tweeted, quote, "I don't think it's funny to be a female and talk about routes. I think it's my job." Internet sleuths are pointing out that Jordan made offensive comments of her own. This actually just broke. She tweeted in 2012 and 2013 about laughing at racist jokes. She just tweeted her apology for the remarks and acknowledged that there's no excuse for them. So she owned up. She apologized.
Yes.
Cam has yet to apologize to her.
Right. And in her defense, the racism was in the car. You're allowed to say it when
you're in the car.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's tough because obviously she wrote these things when she was really young, and I understand.
I think she was 19.
She was 19, and I think if I had access to the internet when I was 19, there'd be a lot of dumb things on there that I wasn't proud of. So not that makes it okay for what she did or what she said, but I do take into account that she was 19 years old and in her formative years.
And how hard is it for Cam just to apologize? Now it's to the point where he lost the sponsor. And, I mean, people have to, like, open their minds now. There's female referees, there's female assistant coaches, female just did Monday Night Football. And, by the way, everyone out there, the guys who are asking the questions at these press conferences have never played football either.
Exactly.
So they don't know any more of a route than Jordan knows.
And she clearly knows a lot about routes.
Right,
she's been in the business for a while.
Well, and the first thing I thought when I saw the actual video, because Cam kind of, giggled, and he's not new to this because I think it was 2 years ago, Super Bowl, he kind of got into it with some reporters.
That's right. Refusing to answer questions.
Yeah, refusing to answer questions. He said, he kind of giggled. He said, I'm not really used to a female asking me about routes. Immediately, I almost thought it was a compliment because to me, sometimes if I mention things around guys, and they were like, "Oh, I'm impressed that you kind of know about sports." This is an isolated incident. I didn't take it personally as offensive. Obviously, other people did, but I don't think it was malicious or he meant any harm.
You're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, that's how I really feel.
But as an athlete, he's seen the same reporters. He knows. I mean, they didn't pick her name out of a hat.
And he has
She's
a track history. He allegedly
Yeah.
has a track record of being misogynistic. But we want to know your DBL take. Digital producer Kelly Schuberth has a breaking news fast blast. Kelly.
Hey guys, right now we are getting new information on the Las Vegas shooter from officials. So authorities are saying the shooter booked a room at a Chicago hotel that overlooks the park where the Lollapalooza Music Festival is held, where thousands of people go every year. Officials say law enforcement has found no evidence, though, that the shooter actually went to Chicago that weekend. In the meantime, they're also saying today that they believe the shooter had originally planned to escape and survive the Las Vegas massacre. Still no word of a motive in the shooting, but they are working day and night to try to figure it out, and I'll bring you any updates as soon as I get them.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Wow, that is chilling, and we purposely are not showing his picture, and I love Kelly sticking to that. We're not saying his name, not showing the picture. Nope. All right, we're going to move on, switching gears now for a little bit of fantasy football, DBL style. Social media is going crazy over reports that Justin Timberlake could headline the Super Bowl halftime show in 2018. Of course, he had that infamous moment with Miss Janet Jackson, if you're nasty, wardrobe malfunction, right, back in 2004. But some are speculating that for this upcoming halftime show, Justin could bring Janet back, just like he brought Sexy back. I love it. Or maybe Justin will invite his ex-girlfriend Britney Spears. We want you to weigh in. Open your DBL app and vote. Who do you think Justin should feature in his halftime show? Janet or Britney or even NSYNC?
Is there a button for all of them?
Yeah, you could. It's pretty long usually, right?
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes usually the halftime show?
Yeah, it's a grip. Yeah, it's a minute.
He's got to bring Janet back. I think it's a good way to put a button on the whole thing. I mean, that incident changed like the FCC and the way that we were able to regulate obscenity laws. So I think it'd be a good way to
put a button on the whole thing, do you mean to put a button on her jacket?
Put a button and a jacket and a sweater on that issue.
I just want to be sure.
Yeah, I think they should bring Janet back and make light of the situation. Even do like a little skit that involves him losing an article of clothing, but not in that way. You know what I mean? Make it funny, bring light to it, let people laugh at it, and then let it be done.
Be a little satirical about it. I love it. All right, and the winner is NSYNC.
Oh, yeah.
NSYNC by almost a landslide.
I called in a favor on that one.
I guess so.
Disrespectful to Janet.
Okay, Julia Roberts is trending. She was a guest on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and the two reenacted as many of her movies as possible in 10 minutes. It was fantastic. So today, our producers have a few clips for us, and we're going to try and guess them live. Here's the first clip. This is exciting. I love a good game.
I never met a spider before. You eat flies?
No. I drink their blood.
It's Webb.
That is Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web.
Yeah, right. I think so.
Am I right?
Right.
Charlotte's Web?
Correct. You got it right.
Sam, you're gonna bust this.
Pretty Woman.
Now for the next clip.
Sorry.
You know, everyone in the world knows who you are. My mother has trouble remembering my name.
I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Who?
Is that Aaron Brockovich?
Aaron Brockovich? Notting Hill.
The English accent threw me off.
I only repeated it because Al said it.
I don't even know what Notting Hill is. That sounds like a branded TJ Maxx that I wouldn't buy.
And for the last one, Salty Al is revealing himself.
What are you doing?
I'm being George Clooney. Got a coffee, tequila, couple of these.
You're a thief and a liar.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah. The music.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at what was going on.
I need to hear that confirmation. Yes. Okay.
Which one?
Yay. What do we win? Nothing.
I still swear that was Aaron Brockovich. It was a deleted scene.
Oh, no.
That was great, though. They did 10 minutes of that, and on James Corden, they did that with Samuel L. Jackson, too.
Yep.
And it's amazing how many movies they were in. It's so funny. Go and watch that.
And it's fun to, like, play games with it, too. We need more games on this show. All right, Fixer Upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines are trending. I love them. As fans try to figure out why they were ending their hit show after this season, yesterday, a report came out saying they were worried about the security of their kids, but now the Gaines are telling Entertainment Tonight that they just want more time for their family. So as proof of this, Joanna posted this Instagram video last night. Let's take a look. There she is dancing with her daughter, Emmy-K, to the La La Land soundtrack. It's gotten more than 1.5 million views. So it just goes to show, you know, they don't mind that their kids are in the spotlight. They love sharing their story. But, you know, they have a really big growing, they're moguls now with cookbooks and restaurants and lines at Target and Pier 1. So they got to manage all of that.
Right. And I think more than ever, we're hearing celebrities say that they want to be more normal. They want to take a break from the limelight and spend more time with family. So I think this kind of falls in line with what a lot of celebrities are saying and doing right now.
Well, I think it falls in line with what a lot of people want to do. That's why they relate to somebody. They have a real relationship. They have a family. They're not divorced. People look up to them. And now that they're leaving the spotlight, makes them even more normal of a family. That's why people want more of this on TV.
I love them so much. And let's not forget, you know, he's still a realtor. she's still decorating homes, and they're both still flipping homes. So that is their job, whether the cameras are on or off. So they've got a lot to do, and then they have 4 or 5 kids. So they're pretty busy, but I'm going to miss their show. Yeah, enjoy their family time. All right, pop culture guru Tori Shulman has a new trending story coming in hot. Tori.
Yeah, ground control to Bowie fans. David Bowie, you'll soon be able to see his most fantastic outfits in Brooklyn. Yes. An exhibit of Bowie's memorabilia is coming to the Brooklyn Museum in March. More than 300 items from the icon's life will be on display, including 60 stage costumes, photography, and excerpts from his live performances, like the Diamond Dogs Tour in 1974. Now, the exhibit was organized by the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, and if you get me tickets, you'll be my hero for just one day.
Yeah.
Back to you guys.
And Ebony, our producer Julie, had seen this in London. She said it was fantastic.
I can believe that. I mean, just look at this. His wardrobe is just amazing. I would line up to see
Why
it.
can't I wear that on the show? One David Bowie day.
Al Fashion Jackson, everybody.
There is more Daily Blast Live ahead, but I'm going to check in with my girl Erica Cobb. What's happening?
Thanks, Eb. We're going to show you more of this viral video of a mom breastfeeding her baby on a bus and all the drama that followed. Don't go away because we're going to talk to this mom live. And from Szechuan sauce to Japanese milk to donut burgers, comedian and co-host Al Jackson sounds off on some pretty weird food next.
Man, as a person that travels for a living, podcasts get me to and from the airport, kill a lot of the downtime. One of the podcasts I really like is called Never Not Funny. My friend Jimmy Pardo runs it. I've actually appeared on it a couple of times. It's a really good podcast. It was one of the first, I think he was one of the first 5 people to ever have a podcast. So it's got a big following. I think it was him and I forgot who gets credit for having the first one. I think Joe Rogan was one of the first ones. Mark Maron was one of the first people. And Never Not Funny is definitely in the top 10 people that ever had a podcast. I remember hearing about his podcast and not knowing.
So we're checking your comments out. So far, we mentioned a Golden Girls Clue board game that just came in, and Jeff Green, you won my heart with this quote. Hell yeah, Golden Girls Clue game. It was Blanche with a walker in the den. Actually, when I did my National Do Something Good Day, Katrina wrote, I actually bought a homeless guy a burger and some fries earlier this morning. Ruth Elisa Muniz, sorry if I said that wrong, I paid for someone else's bus fare. Amanda Cook says, helped someone at work. Such a nice thing. Just don't help Jeff. Nobody help Jeff. Nobody wants that. Also, hey, Al, what's your favorite Golden Girls episode? We're going to make sure we find out. I really like it when Blanche goes on a date. Oh, wait. That's every episode. And then Katrina Wright also says, you need more games on DBL, please. Guess what? We're listening. We're going to be talking about it. We'll get it started right away. So let us know, how did you help someone on today, which is National Do Something Good Day? You're so wonderful. That's how I helped. And make sure you let us know how you feel about the Golden Girls Clue game. And coming up next is Al Sounds Off, everyone's favorite segment. So give us your hashtag DBL take.
Trending topics that you are talking about right now. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where we let my brother from the other mother, comedian Al Salty Jackson, sound off on all of the weird things that he's found on the internet. And here to help him out is my favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, Jeff.
All right, thank you so much, Erica Cobb. That's right. Al sure is stacking up the nicknames, am I right?
Right.
Al Fashion Jackson, Salty Jackson, in our favorite segment,
Salty
Al Sounds Off. Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, we got to get right to this because we have limited time.
All right, let's
called me yesterday and
Yes.
said, you got to see this video, but you wouldn't let me see it.
Jeff, I would not let you see it. I'm going to let you see it right now for the first time. I like you going in blind, so just take a look at this Japanese milk commercial.
All right. 子供たちに届けたい。 そんな思いから酪農牛乳は配送にもこだわっています。
The sound effect was made my life right now.
I mean, just looking at this video, I was just like, let's be happy it was just milk, you know? I think you know it's a bad milk commercial when you wonder if you should destroy your hard drive after you watch it. This is very weird.
Oh, my God.
And very creepy. And honestly, at first I thought it was like, oh, this is just a disgusting Chick-fil-A commercial. But no, this is about milk. So just let this commercial remind us that milk doesn't always do the body good.
Good point, Al. Good point. Hey, Al, you know what goes good with milk?
What goes good with milk?
Donuts.
I'm down with donuts.
You like burgers?
Dude, do I like burgers? Yes, man. Look at me.
Put your hands together, Al. Check this out.
Let's look at this. Oh, now I just love this. I don't know if you've seen this. This is the donut burger. They make it in London. It's amazing. If you want to think about it in simple terms, it's like North Korea, but for your heart.
There you go.
You know, Jen is here, and she's really good with like calorie counts for your week. This is a good way if you want to get all your calories in one meal.
Just go for it.
Yeah, it's like, look, it's a wrapping of donut around a burger, and then they take a syringe and inject ketchup and mustard into it. It's like a Russian nesting doll for high cholesterol. So this is really cool, but you know what? I'm going to London in a little while, and I'm eating at Maxwell, so keep it up, guys. I'm loving it.
Al, I know this is your segment, but I do not like it. I do not like it. I do not like it. All right, to Al, next one. We all occasionally get caught sneaking a peek, Al. You know what I mean? Sneaking a peek.
It happens to the best of us.
Check it out. Check it out. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, little cutie walking by. This guy's like, all right, let me play this cool. Get a look at that behind and down. How do you not love this
Busted.
guy? Like falling over a bike looking at a woman's behind, that's the original swipe right. You know, because, you know, he fell in love, and it's all about, like, love. I'm sure when you saw your wife for the first time, it was all hazy. He feels the same way, but his is from a concussion. I'll just say this, you know, they say don't cry over spilled milk, but this guy, it's okay to cry.
All right, there it is, Al Fashion Jackson, everybody. Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment.
Right now, reports are saying that Amazon is trying out its own shipping service. So this means it's happening on the West Coast, and it could roll out in 2018. Right now, they use UPS and FedEx. This can be kind of bad news for them if they decide to go with their own shipping service. But they say this could expedite the process to get your packages to you sooner. All right, back to you, Jeff.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, guys, Erica Cobb, what's coming up next on Daily Blast Live?
Oh. We have things coming up. We have all sorts of wonderful things coming up. Yes, we have, sorry, we're talking to the breastfeeding mom. We are a live show, people, and we'll be right back. Good job, Erica. Erica, good job.
Hey guys, Tori Shulman here at Daily Blast Live. This was live. We're going to my hottest digital team in the world for some trending stories. Connor with the pink jacket, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so trending right now from Just Jared is an update to the Ellen trying to get Beyonce to follow her back on Instagram story. Yeah.
And just so you guys know, Beyonce follows how many?
0 people.
There you go.
Yeah. So she actually is recruiting some celebrity help. She got Savannah Guthrie, Jared Leto, Usher, and Ricky Martin to take a selfie with her, and she's holding a sign that says, Beyonce, follow Ellen on Instagram. So she's posting this to her Instagram, still hoping that Beyonce will follow her.
Oh, usually Ellen gets what she wants. She also wanted to be on Oprah's magazine, if you remember. And remember, she got it. That's exactly right. Moving on. Ooh, Santa Claus. What's going on, Kelly?
Well, unfortunately, people are saying he's dead. Just like the old Taylor. So this is coming from ABC News. So archaeologists in Turkey have discovered the remains of Saint Nicholas, the original Saint Nicholas. And he was a bishop in Turkey known for his generosity and gift giving, and he really ties into the origin of Santa Claus as we know today. So they're still investigating this. Obviously, you do not want to hear that or let people know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, even as a Jew, this is a buzzkill. That's terrible. All right, let's find out more about this. Let us know what you think about Saint Nick, Santa Claus. Do you tell your kids? Do you not? Do you tell them that maybe they're passed on? Brett from the Forest with, I think, Watch What Happens Live News?
Yeah, so it's actually about Joe Giudice. I had to research how to say his name.
You did great.
Yeah. So he is the husband of Teresa on The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Point to which one. Do you know which one? There we go.
Yep. I know all about this.
Good.
So he is in prison serving a term for fraud, and apparently he's lost 45 pounds in prison. So what he looks like here is not what he looks like now. So at least he's being proactive while serving time.
It's a before and after, and I watch that religiously. He often had bottles of wine after dinner. Remember, he did a somersault and chipped his tooth while doing that, but he also eats an enormous amount of pasta, which I also did last night. So don't show below the belt, because I have unbuttoned. Moving on. Let us know what you guys think about Joe being in jail. Is Teresa being weird to stay with him? Do you think maybe she should divorce him? She's been in jail. She's been in jail. He's been in jail. Let us know. Your hashtag DBL Takes. Great job, guys.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for the Extra Shot. It's the story that we just can't stop talking about, so we want to share it with you, the DBL Nation. Today, we speak to a mom from San Antonio who was breastfeeding and is now on a mission to tell other moms it's okay to breastfeed in public. Check this out.
Texas state law says a mother is entitled to breastfeed her baby in any location the mother is authorized to be. 23-year-old Peyton Garza has done so for the past year and a half. But recently, she says a bus driver approached her as she was nursing her 16-month-old son and told her
to be considerate of those around me, and if I didn't have like a small little towel or blanket, if I could just cover up.
Garza says she was so embarrassed by the incident that she hasn't used public transportation since. In a statement, the transit company says it doesn't prohibit nor discourage breastfeeding on its vehicles or facilities, and the bus driver has been reassigned to a new route. Garza is using this negative reaction to inspire moms to keep on feeding.
Hey, Peyton Garza. Peyton Garza is with us live right now to talk more about this. Peyton, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Yeah. It's awesome to actually talk about it because it's very upsetting, but I want to let everybody know that it's okay, even though, you know, despite the comments, it's okay to continue to do what you're doing.
Absolutely. I'm a new mom. I have a little girl, 4 months, and in the beginning of breastfeeding was really for me, and anytime I can breastfeed in public, I don't want to feel ashamed. Now, you had difficulties breastfeeding your first, right? That's why this is even more important to you with your second child.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times when things like this happen.
I actually loved, I was trying to nurse my first baby, but due to the fact that he had caught viral meningitis, he was in the hospital for over a month. I was unable to nurse him, but I did pump for him for a little over a month, but somehow it just still didn't feel like I had that bond with him.
Right.
So I found out at 9 weeks I was pregnant with my second baby, which was awesome. And I was excited to find out the gender, and I found out it was another boy. So I was like, that's awesome, you're gonna have a brother. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this again. And right away, immediately, he latched on. And I was just so happy to continue to actually try to do this. And for 16 months now, I have exclusively nursed him, and I wouldn't really have it any other way.
Aww. That's great, Peyton. From a new mom, thank you for joining us, and thank you for bringing awareness to this topic. It is so important because at the end of the day, these are feeding tools. I've learned that. You know, I no longer see my body as the same way.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Jen Wiederstrom has a new trending story coming in hot.
I sure do, Sammy. So listen, Siri has been telling us what to do for years now, but did she ever ask you this? Siri, what should I be for Halloween? Well, our DBLers gave it a try, and, well, you got to take a look.
Siri, what should I be for Halloween? Just jump up and down, shake your fist, and
tell people your anti-gravity. You're on 134 South Humboldt Street. You could dress up like chapstick and tell people you're the bomb.
I'm the bomb.
Hang on, let me try that again.
You could go as an eclipse. Just dress in black and stand in front of things.
Not loving this one.
Grab a pillow, some cardboard, and a brown t-shirt, and you're a s'more. S'more or less.
That's pretty good, Siri.
Oh my God, I can watch that over and over. You guys, I know you're gonna try this at home. She's obviously got some pretty clever answers up her sleeve, and post them, send them to us at our DBL app, because we'd love to see what she said to you.
Oh, that was so good, Jay. Did you see Stu, our stage manager, actually talked into his microphone when he
Very
gave the
exciting.
answer?
Very exciting.
Are you guys going to do this?
There is a Siri one that I got that said put the word book on your face and be Facebook.
I was like, I'm going as lip balm because I am the bomb.
You are the bomb girl. I can attest to that.
There you
All right,
go.
our staff is busy tracking trending stories you're sharing right now. You're looking at images from the live bear cam at Alaska's Katmai National Park. I hope I said that right. The cameras are up and running 24/7 thanks to the nature philanthropic group Explore.org. It's a great way to see nature anytime, no matter where you are. That is amazing.
That's
Look at them.
adorable.
Oh, I just want to cuddle them.
Little cubs.
But then the mama bear wouldn't like that.
Nope. Stay away from mama bear.
Yep, we'll be right back. Woo.
Promotional consideration.
Hi guys, Jen Wiederstrom here, back at the commercial breaks, bringing you top trending stories. And I'm going to start with Leo. Oh my God, I love this. Rick and Morty, I love this show.
No, not Rick and Morty. Actually, Bob's Burgers is announcing a movie in 2020, Jen.
Oh my God.
Wait, we're gonna have Tina love scenes. We're gonna have all kinds of funny, great stuff from our favorite family on Fox. I am so excited.
Does it really take 3 years to animate a full movie though?
I mean, you gotta make Bob's Burgers perfect.
That's actually the perfect answer. Okay, moving on. Angelica, talk to me, sweetheart.
Yes, we got some Kardashian news here that is trending on People.com. Lamar Odom obviously is the... Oh, it's okay. Is the ex of Khloe Kardashian. He is wishing her well for the pregnancy news. So, and she's always talked about how she wanted to be a mom. So it's nice for him to come out and say something positive about it.
Listen, man, breakups are never easy, so it's always nice to know that at the end of that, she's still getting support from someone that was actually really important in her life. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry. Exactly. We do have time for one more. This looks like a koala story.
It is. This little girl, she climbed up on top of a drilling rig in Australia. Firefighters had to go rescue her and said she was a little scared, but she was pretty ballsy.
We love ballsy women.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Let's take a look at some funny moments from today's show. Once again, our producers always surprise us. We never know what we're going to get. Let's take a look. Oh, it's Tori with Rock Moves. Yes, Tori. Little hula hoop action, we can call it. And Alba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fashion Jackson.
Finally, I'm with it.
See how you can't rock that.
You look really happy about it, too.
Yeah, I've been waiting to really break out of my shell.
There's a difference between a smile and a cheese.
Still restricted.
That was a cheese.
So will you really turn up in some Bowie gear in the next week or so?
I mean, if you guys give me something, I'll wear it.
Oh, you hear that, everybody?
I don't know about that.
Listen, that's not a Halloween costume. That's every day we want that.
I'll give it to you on Friday.
You are Al Fashion Jackson.
Yeah, I'll step out there.
You got to step up your game.
You got to break the mold a little bit. Come on.
Al Fashion Jackson, that's right. Okay, the stories never stop, and we don't either. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going. Join us. Yes.
With it. Man, as a person that travels for a living, podcasts get me to and from the airport, kill a lot of the downtime. One of the podcasts I really like is called Never Not Funny. My friend Jimmy Pardo runs it. I've actually appeared on it a couple times. It's a really good podcast. It was one of the first, I think he was one of the first 5 people to ever have a podcast. So it's got a big following. I think it was him and I forgot who gets credit for having the first one. I think Joe Rogan was one of the first ones. Mark Maron was one of the first people. And Never Not Funny is definitely in the top 10 people that ever had a podcast. I remember hearing about his podcast and not knowing what the hell a podcast was. So that's how long ago he's been doing it. So that's one I listen to. I listen to the Smartest Man in the World podcast with Greg Proops. I think he's really sharp, really gives a lot of social commentary that I dig. He manages to sneak humor in there, but he talks about serious subjects and stuff that's going on. And let's be honest, we're living in serious times, so sometimes a little levity with that is much appreciated. Check out Greg Proops and the Smartest Man in the World podcast. I also listen to Waking Up with Sam Harris. He talks a lot about politics, which then I listen and then parrot back on the show and act like I know what I'm talking about. So thank you, Sam Harris. Appreciate it. I don't know about anybody else. I listen to podcasts almost exclusively just as I'm going to bed. There's something about somebody talking that just puts me to sleep. I almost can't sleep without them. I'll even put it on low and just put it in one earbud and just go to sleep. So podcasts are good traveling and good sleeping. As a person who travels overseas for long amounts of time, I'll be, in London for a month, Scotland for a month, Australia for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. The app WhatsApp has just been a godsend. You can make phone calls on it. You can text on it as if you're just texting your friend. It's completely free. Check out WhatsApp, and there's also Viber as well as a good overseas app when you just want to say what's up to your friends, but you don't like them enough to pay the charges.
Thursday, October 5th, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now.
Las Vegas hotel security is under scrutiny after the mass shootings this week. But will casinos see a decline in tourism as a result? Nevertheless, many local hotels will light up their marquees tonight with a special message of unity.
Ryan Seacrest cancels his appearance on Good Morning America last minute after Kelly Ripa reportedly demands it, prompting some to question her motives. Is Kelly getting a fair shake?
What should parents do when they disagree in a child's health care? We spoke with one mom days before she went to jail for violating a court order to get her son vaccinated. Her new husband defended her beliefs last night in an interview with us, but her ex is standing his ground. That's in today's Deep Dive.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, October 5th, and we are the only live show in daytime talking about what you're talking about right now. Just spend a little time with us. We're going to catch you up on all the breaking news and trending topics. Plus, we're live, so we want to hear from you. Grab your phone and download the DBL app so you can be a part of the conversation. We're going to get this thing kicked off with the top 5 trending topics you need to know right now with my girl, Sam Shocker. Take it away, Sam.
Thank you, Erica Cobb. And we are live. I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson, and I'm Sam Shocker. And we want to welcome all of our viewers to Daily Blast Live. We are a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. Take a look at our entire DBL team. They're in our studio, ready to cover news the moment it breaks. Speaking of which, digital producer Kelly Schubert has something happening at this moment. Kelly.
Hey, right now we've got a live look from Las Vegas. You can see the scene from Sunday's shooting, and you can see the FBI is still investigating. They've been walking around, and everything, all the chairs are still staying there because it has to be for the investigation. Now, in the meantime, the Wynn has started stepping up security in response to Sunday's shooting. Security guards and police officers have been seen using wands and metal detectors, even for people entering the casino. Now, some people may think this whole thing is inconvenient, but it could be the new reality for many hotels on the Strip. So I'm going to keep you updated, and I'll bring you any new information as I get it.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And you were mentioning that earlier about it possibly being inconvenient, but let's say something happened again, then those casinos would be facing backlash for not doing enough.
Right, but I mean, are you going to go through every single person's bag as they come into the casino? Those casinos have thousands of people not only staying there, but in and out, and thousands of people that work there.
I think if this becomes the norm, it will definitely affect tourism. I mean, think about when we're like, oh, I got to go to the airport, get there early, go through TSA, got to do all that. If checking into a hotel or a casino becomes like that, I think that it would really be affected.
I mean, you can't put a price on safety, though. It's a big inconvenience, but you got to do what you have to do to stay safe. And I don't mean that we need to change our lives around this, but unfortunately, this is the world that we live in, and we need to take some precautions.
I agree with you, Jeff. All right, another top trending entertainment story at this moment is Bruce Springsteen. Who doesn't love Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
Here's the sign going up for Springsteen on Broadway. Previews say the boss is rockin'. It is an intimate 2-hour show, and the tickets have been very hard to get. On his opening night, the boss dedicated his performance to his friend Tom Petty. The show officially opens October 12th, and the set list contains like all of his biggest hits. On Fire is not on there. I was really disappointed. It's one of my favorite songs, but that's okay.
Why do you think it wasn't included?
I don't know.
Does he not know that's your favorite song?
He does not know.
Come on, Bruce.
He's got too many hits.
You know who we can maybe ask to tell him is Jen Wiederstrom.
Yeah. Jen, what I would give to go dancing in the dark with the boss. Oh my God. But I have to tell you, so a buddy of mine, I heard from him, he went to the show, and it wasn't just a concert, it was this journey. There was a lot of storytelling in between the songs, which I can attest to. I saw him live, and
you met him.
Oh, I did. It was like the sweaty hug. He's like, sorry. I go, oh, no. Like, you nestle in. But no, he just was a rad guy. Like, he was so much fun. He was crowd surfing, and he didn't break a note. He sang the whole time, like, on his back. Sounded perfect. It was just like, oh, the boss. I love it.
Yeah. What a star. Now I want to see it even more.
Yeah.
Now I'm even more jealous of Jen. I am jealous of you, Jen.
That show that he opened up with was acoustic. Tom Petty, some of his family were there, some of the Heartbreakers were there, so what a great kickoff.
And I just hope people don't make a mistake and people show up thinking they're going to see Rick Ross, the boss. That's a totally different show.
Totally different show.
Common mistake. Common mistake.
Yeah, Ebony said it straight.
Right.
All right. A top entertainment story trending at the moment, speaking of rock and roll, is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The nominees for their 2018 class were just announced. There's a lot of you. There's a lot, and you are looking at them right now. Some standouts include Radiohead, LL Cool J, and Bon Jovi. For a full list, go to our Facebook page. Which nominee would you vote for? Grab your device, open up the DBL app, and click Vote Now. Bon Jovi, LL Cool J, or Radiohead. So we'll track those votes, but...
It's gotta be LL.
You think LL?
His career is just, he's had so many hits. Round the Way Girl, I'm Bad, Radio. I mean, he really redefined what it was to be a sex symbol for rappers, which now a lot of rappers are. Like, he was the first guy to really have a six-pack and show it off, and like
rappers go to the gym now.
Yeah, everybody goes to the gym because they're LL. The ladies love Cool James.
Of course they do. When I think back to like when rap started with the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, Public Enemy's already in there, Tupac's in there.
Okay,
I mean, LL's got to be in there.
NWA's in there, yeah.
Yeah, they got to be in there. I mean, Bon Jovi, I was shocked that he wasn't in there.
I couldn't believe that. They all meet the requirements because you had to put out an album 25 years ago for the first album, and then 900 people vote, and they're made up of different historians and people that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. What about Nina Simone? She's one of the nominations too. How is she not in there?
That's
Jazz,
true.
blues, pop.
Rufus and Chaka Khan.
Yeah,
they weren't in there.
And her songs have been remade so much, Nina Simone. So I mean, I think people will be surprised how many of her songs have been covered.
Singer-songwriter. Okay, we got a drum roll to hear who the winner is, and it is.
Oh, Jovi.
That makes sense, though. I was surprised that Jovi was not already.
I'm surprised he's not either.
I know.
Even though I want to vote for LL, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, another top trending story right now in entertainment. Last night's season premiere of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Hey-o! The show opened with Teresa's mother's wake. It was actually really sad. And there was a big bombshell. Take a look.
I needed my mom. I come from a small family, and I just love her being there. And I love my daughters having a grandma, but because of the situation that he put me in, I lost 11 and a half months with my mom. That upsets me that, you know, I missed out that year.
So that is a huge bombshell because those that watch Jersey Housewives, you know that she has been very loyal to her husband, has defended him tooth and nail. This is the first time that I've ever heard Teresa speak out against her husband, and you hear the resentment in her voice.
Right.
Well, the only thing that can do that is like, you know, a mother's love.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get back time. And the fact that that was taken away from her, I understand completely why she feels that.
Well, and her life has just been in a turmoil for the past couple of years. You think about her serving the time, her husband still being in there, her losing her mother. She has really gone through an emotional time, and this is not for TV. This is really her life.
Yeah, and you don't see her cry that often, too. She's tough as nails. So seeing the side of Teresa, it's really sad. It broke my heart last night. So my thoughts go out to her. She's going through a lot. Pop culture guru Tori Shulman with trending music news coming in hot. Ooh, Tori.
Yes, I'd like you all to raise your glass, please.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Raise your glass if you're Pink fans, because she's going on tour.
Yay!
What do we do now?
It's going to be called, you can put your glasses down. It'll be called the Beautiful Trauma World Tour, and it kicks off in March. Pink tweeted that her next album hits stores October 13th, coming up, guys. And she teased her brand new documentary. Take a look.
So it's rehearsals and it's putting on shows. And then your 6-year-old has surf camp and your 8-year-old has a vaccination. And then your album's out.
All right, she joins a lot of lists like Gaga coming out with a documentary, Katy Perry. I gotta go because I gotta go grab tickets because I'm a rock star. I got my rock moves. And apparently I'm a beach boy.
Okay, Tori, you're gonna have to show us those moves.
No, she doesn't have to show them.
Okay, all right.
Dancer, you should show us the moves.
We have to encourage her. Daily Blast Live is a trending show covering news live as it happens. And Erica Cobb is in the DBL Hub tracking your social comments and viral videos.
That's right. Keep them coming. Right now, a mother sits in jail for refusing to vaccinate her son. Is it fair? We spoke with her and her husband here at DBL. It's all in today's Deeper Dive. Also still ahead, are Chip and Joanna ending Fixer Upper because of security reasons? We get the answer straight from Joanna. But first, go to the Daily Blast Live app and vote on the trending topic that you want to hear our hosts debate. Here are your 2 choices.
Rumor has it Selena Gomez is ready to get hitched, so she's leaving hints around the house for her boyfriend The Weeknd to find. Should you wait for a proposal or encourage it? Or Tim McGraw and Faith Hill say touring together has strengthened their relationship. So is working with your significant other a good idea? Grab your device, get on the DBL app, and tap Vote Now for what topic you want to hear in today's SmackDown.
Hey guys, Tori Shulman here with Daily Blast Live, giving you the top trending stories. They say my eyebrows remind them of Brooke Shields, and when they say they, I mean me. All right, Connor, tell us what's going on with Brooke Shields.
Yeah, so she's trending after being on Watch What Happens Live last night with Andy Cohen, and she was revealing Trump's pickup line to her.
Oh, God.
This happened after he got a divorce from Marla Maples, and he allegedly called Brooke Shields and said, quote, "I think we should date because you're America's sweetheart and I'm America's richest man. The people would love it."
So I'm totally turned on. How are you?
I am loving it.
That's amazing. I mean, you go out for what you want. I'd say Brooke should put up his shield to protect her from the richest man in the world. All right, coming over here, we got some drug news. Am I right?
Yes, very interesting coming out of Fox Business. So Cigna Corp has announced that they are ending coverage to oxycodone painkillers. So it will cover an equivalent to oxycodone. Sorry, I want to rely on this so I'm getting the story correctly. And they're saying that oxycodone is less vulnerable to abuse, which is why they're ending this. 33,000 deaths were recorded in 2015 of painkiller abuse. And this is coming from the U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Now, this is obviously going to cause a lot of issues for people that do rely on that drug for pain issues. We'll keep you updated on this story. Obviously, it's evolving every minute. It's very controversial.
Yeah, because on one hand, we have the opioid epidemic, as what you're saying, 33,000 deaths in 2015. On another hand, you got people in real pain, and that's a real issue. Brett from The Forest, it looks like Tom Cruise making a fat face. What's going on?
Yeah, not the most flattering picture of him, but these are set photos for Mission Impossible 6 that Daily Mail published. And if you recall, Tom Cruise broke his ankle on set in mid-August, and they thought production could be delayed as much as 4 months, but this is just 7 weeks later and he's already back at it. I do not know how he heals up that fast. Some crazy healing powers he probably possesses, but
Scientology.
Yeah. And the release date of the movie has not been pushed back at all, so good on Tom Cruise.
That's amazing. If you guys don't remember, Tom Cruise actually broke his ankle while doing a stunt. He was jumping from one building to the next building. He wants to do his own stunts at all times, but we wonder, is it safe? He's a high commodity. He has to be insured.
And he's like 55, 54 now. He's getting up there, so he should probably lay back a little bit.
He never will, though. Tom Cruise is a go-getter, and I love that he does his own stunts. Let us know what you think. Should he stop? Let us know. Hashtag DBL Take.
Don't say that.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show covering the trending topics that you're talking about right now. It's time now for the deep dive, where we tackle the one trending topic that you can't stop talking about, so now the DBL Nation is talking about it with you. It's a mother who is now in jail over the decision to not vaccinate her son. Check this out.
Mother Rebecca Bradow is in jail today after violating a court order agreeing to have her son vaccinated. Her husband, Gary, says...
No, they actually put her in handcuffs right there and took her.
In this case, it was over an agreement with the son's father, stating they would allow vaccinations for their son. And then she changed her mind. Rebecca talked to Daily Blast Live last week and said this.
I don't want to go to jail, but I stand for what I believe in, and, I deserve to have this side of the case heard.
Reaction from all sides poured in from the DBL Nation. What should parents do when they disagree on a child's health care? What's your DBL take?
Thank you, Erica Cobb. That's a weighted question. I'm here with my co-hosts Jeff, Ebony, and Al. Today we're asking, what should parents do when they disagree on a child's health care? And in fact, we have an update to this story. We reached out to the father, the biological father, her ex-husband, Jason Horn, and we got this from his attorney. Mr. Horn feels that this is a personal and family matter and does not wish to sensationalize this matter as Mr. Bradow and her husband have chosen to do. And then also going on to say, Mr. Horn strongly disagrees with the false assertions of Mr. Bradow that Mr. Horn ever agreed with Mrs. Bradow's unilateral decision to withhold vaccinations for their son. I also want to talk about quickly that mentioned from the attorney was that this wasn't so much about vaccinations as it is legal in Michigan to withhold vaccinations or delay vaccinations. It was the fact that she had gone against their court order of their custody agreement.
Which changes everything. It changes everything in a huge way. And I know she's a friend of our show and stuff, but it's just, I don't know what she's fighting about. Is she fighting about because she's mad at her ex-husband and the child stuck in the middle? Because we need to focus on the child
or
first and foremost.
Or she thinks she's doing what's right for her child. I don't know. I mean, what do you do when you're parents and you have differences in opinion when it comes to their health care?
And not to be too clinical, I think the point that she was trying to make is that she was okay with vaccinations, allegedly, until they started combining them, like almost like being in the same syringe, I guess, and the possibility of drug interactions. But Al, you said something very interesting and smart earlier, which surprised me in and of itself. But you mentioned that when people you do. When people get married, sometimes in 30 or 60 days, they think it's really, really cute, but they haven't revisited or they haven't visited all of the complications that could come with this.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Everybody wants to say, oh, we met and in 30 days we were married, but I'm like, would you do that with a house? Would you buy a house without checking the basement, checking the attic, checking the roof? You do things, and certain things that you need to discuss before you get married. Religion is a huge thing. Health care. Afterlife, you do not resuscitate, things like that, things that are going to be in the will. What are you going to give your kids? How are you going to raise them? And it seems like they missed a couple of very important conversations, and now somebody's in jail because of it.
And the child is suffering. We saw that with Bobby Christina. They all had a difference in opinion on whether or not that they should keep her on life support. And it just breaks my heart because at the end of the day, this 9-year-old child, and there's Bobby Christina.
And that's what I'm thinking about, the kid.
That's right. Okay, we're going to exhale and move on to fitness pro Jen Wiederstrom with a trending story coming in hot. Jen.
Yeah, it's a good thing, Sam, because I've got a trending story for you, and it's a list of things that make you kind of say, God, like, why don't I own that already, right? Well, I've picked out a few that we all need, and we're going to start with my favorite category, food. Yeah. A batter dispenser for the perfect pancake, or for my Health Nuts, a protein pancake. This is the perfect pour without fail. Next up, guys, there's actually a pan for lasagna with 3 separate channels, so it keeps all your pasta in the right place. Pretty brilliant, especially, I know, Sam, you're a vegetarian, you're a vegan, so you could separate with Mark. And of course, my personal favorite, the Golden Girls Clue board game. Yeah. Now we can finally find out who ate the last piece of cheesecake in the billiard room.
I like it. You like the Golden Girls?
I like the Golden Girls, but you know what? I'm starting to warm up to the lasagna pan. Well, I know Jen is here. Jen, is that too many calories if I eat the entire pan of lasagna?
And have different flavors?
Exactly.
You already know the answer to that, honey.
Oh, come on. I'm waiting for you to say, of course not.
And the pancake thing isn't bad either, because when I make pancakes, I promise you, it's the shape of all 7 continents. It's terrible. All right, we are live and covering trending stories as they happen, like Martha Stewart. Hear why she calls her prison experience horrifying. And Eric Cobb, the SmackDown's coming up, right?
Yes, but I'm Team Lasagna Pan. I mean, he's Italian. Maybe he won't notice it's not his mom's cooking. Okay, so we're moving on to SmackDown, where DBL Nation, you need to vote on which trending topic you would like to hear our host debate. Do you think it's ever a good idea to work with a spouse, or do you think it's a smart idea to encourage a partner into a marriage proposal? There's still time to vote, so do it now.
Oh, hey guys, Jen Wiederstrom here, and I've got a little bit of a health corner for this segment. These are 3 stories that are trending really high this hour that I want to make sure I shared with you. Oh, sorry, Leo. Sorry, darling. So this first one is about teal pumpkins, and if you don't know what this is, it's actually for those moms and dads that have their kids trick-or-treating that have food allergies. Let me switch hands real quick. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, so trending on ABC News, they are raising awareness with kids with food allergies during Halloween by putting out these teal pumpkins. And Jen, I wanted to know what you thought about these teal pumpkins and the raising awareness. I would love to.
I actually think it's really great. I mean, because I was looking up, just not to be rude, it's called FARE, the Food Allergy Research and Education Group. They're doing this. They have something up on their Facebook page telling you how to do it. But essentially, I think it's relevant that a lot of kids have these allergies, and they should be able to participate like anybody else does. So it's kind of, I think it's a great extension of the community. It's so smart. Make sure your kids are safe and they can still really fully enjoy the holiday. So I'm totally on board.
Absolutely, and I'm on board as well. Let us know, DBL Nation, what you think about the Teal Pumpkin Project. And maybe you should consider having a teal pumpkin as well.
Oh, Leo, I loved it. Yeah, consider it. Like I said, FARE has it on their Instagram page or on their Facebook page. So check that out. They'll tell you how you can do the teal pumpkin. And I'm coming to Brooke next. Hi, honey. Yes. How's it going? Ooh, I love hockey players. Yes. Did you find me a date with one, or what is this?
I wish. I went to DU, go Pios, big hockey school. Anyway, we're talking about the health effects of watching hockey. Actually, the Canadian Journal of Cardiology put out a study that says watching hockey either live or on TV increases your heart rate significantly out of all of the other sports.
More than golf?
More than golf.
More than baseball?
Definitely. Yeah, but it's 110% elevation when you're actually live watching it at a game, which is very interesting.
Have you been to a hockey game? Obviously. Oh.
Yes, Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche.
So here's what's interesting, and I thought it was like, wow, why this? Why not basketball? Why not football? Why not speed skating? Right? But the repercussions from a health point of view is that if your body is under that amount of stress and duress, it actually can create issues with hypertension, and that leads to, I mean, heart disease is the #1 disease in America. So it's really fascinating that this is the one. I feel like it's. Oh, do I need to go? Oh, I think it's following the puck. Oh, I have to go. I've got a debate. Pardon me. She'll take over.
Anyway, yeah, it elevates your heart. So, Shakara, what's your story, girl?
So, thank you. Just checking out this story out of Indianapolis. The mayor, the city, have hired a law firm to pursue legal action against opioid distributors and manufacturers. Just checking out the statistics in this article here. They had 345 deaths in 2016 alone in that single county related to drug overdoses. So the mayor says that opioids are killing Hoosiers. He's going after those big opioid manufacturers. Let us know your DBL take on this.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show covering the trending topics that you're talking about right now. It's time now for the Smackdown. That's when you, the DBL Nation, get to decide what trending topic you would like to hear our host debate. And just seconds ago, you voted on, is it okay to encourage a marriage proposal, basically? Is it okay to encourage that? So we have that coming up for you right now with Tori Shulman. Take it away.
Woo, yes we do. Thank you, Erica. And it really does matter who wins the Smackdown. The host that wins the most Smackdowns between now and Thanksgiving wins a donation to the charity of their choice. Hey-o. Thank you. So go to dailyblastlive.com to learn more about the Smackdown for charities. But let's get started. Sources say Selena Gomez is ready to marry her boyfriend The Weeknd. The couple is living together, and sources say she's been dropping little hints, like leaving her laptop open on a screen full of engagement rings. I did the same thing. It got us asking, should you wait for a proposal or encourage it? Here to lead the DBL Smackdown is fitness pro Jen Wiederstrom and media maven Ebony Steele. Yeah. All right, Jen, let's start with you.
Sorry, I'm getting my app opened up so I can vote for myself. So listen up here. I do not think you need to encourage proposal. Call me old-fashioned. If someone wants to be with me, I don't want to have to convince them of that fact. You want to commit, you commit. I'm not going to send you hints. You either see it surprise or you move on.
All right, let's hear Ebony. What's your take back?
I'm glad that we're using the word encouragement in this instead of pressure, because encouragement is a good thing within itself. We've been encouraged to do things as a child. I even remember one of my cousins got a scholarship to college to go and do pre-med, and he didn't want to go, but now he went to pre-med. Now he's a doctor and very, very successful, but it was the encouragement of his mother and even his girlfriend in his life to help him do things.
We're talking about dating.
We are talking about that, but I'm talking about the word encouragement as well.
All right, I haven't gotten to you yet. Now it's your turn.
Now it is your turn.
I love this show. Listen, I think the other thing that we can't ignore when you're encouraging someone, though, Ebony, thanks for bringing that word up, it's not just my timing that matters, but the timing of that person in my life. Listen, I don't want to rush a guy that wants to be with me if he's not there in his life. Maybe it's financial stability, maybe it's a self-confidence, maybe it's wanting his steps in having a family or whatever that looks like. So for me, being a great partner also respects that person's timing too.
All right, Jen's winning at 69%, but I want to give Ebony some time. Hit us.
Yeah, I think encouragement, like I said before, it's not pressuring. And sometimes people need a little egging on. Men sometimes could be a little silly, like clueless, like, does she want to really get married? Or maybe he doesn't think that he is good enough for her. Maybe he has put up boundaries to think that he can't propose when in fact she's really in love with him. And that's how life goes. If we're going to be partners, we can encourage each other all through life.
Final vote, guys. All right, it's close, 57%. Wienerstrom is the winner, but you got us way up there.
That was good.
Nice job, ladies. All right, high five. Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment.
So right now I have a live look at the International Space Station where they're live. Oh, and it looks like it just cut out, so I can show you some new feeds. But what I really want to tell you about is some new space news that was announced today. Vice President Mike Pence says that we will return to the moon, Mars, and beyond. Now, he said this during the National Space Council, and the quote is, "We will return American astronauts to the moon, not only to leave behind footprints and flags, but to build the foundations we need to send Americans to Mars and beyond."
Wow.
That is amazing that we can see that right now.
Look how good the clarity of the picture is when they're so close to a satellite.
I know. I hear you're less weight in space, so I should go. I feel
Right.
Yeah.
And those people probably really had to be encouraged to take that big step. But Daily Blast Live brings you breaking news and trending stories live as they come in. And Tori, you have a coming in hot next, right?
Yes, you will all see why I am named Miss Congeniality. It's a self-titled name, by the way. It's an exciting coming in hot, so stay tuned. But first, the DBL Nation loves our viral dog videos. Like this one, Yoji the dog bundles up for winter and is looking as on trend as any fashionista. Look at that smile, or not. Go Hoodies!
Promotional consideration is brought to you.
So some of my favorite podcasts have to do with murder. Bum, bum, bum. I love the Serial one that everyone loves. Serial got me started on that. I've listened to both seasons. First one was kind of better. I also really like, you guys, My Favorite Murder. Again, similar theme we're going with. It's two chicks and they just talk about cool murders and cold cases and hometown murders, and you can call in, and it's like watching Dateline but only for your ears. So another podcast that I love is Dead Pilot Society. This one isn't about murder, although that is confusing. It's actually about pilots that the networks haven't picked up, and they just discuss it and go in detail, and I like seeing what wasn't picked up, so it's a great one to check out. Yeah, so some of my favorite apps have to do with how to make money. One of the great ones that you see a lot of people doing on YouTube is Ebates. And it sounds kind of stupid, but it's great. So if I'm shopping at Macy's, I put Ebates, I go to Macy's, and every time I shop, I get like certain cash back. So I've made like $100 in a month. Honestly, really, really good. There's also Drizzly. I don't know if you guys know Drizzly. Some people have Drizzly, some people have Saucy, and those two apps.
All right, Tori Shulman, pop culture guru, has a very special coming in hot, huh, Tori?
I sure do. I'm amazing, aren't I? No, I'm kidding. It's National Do Something Nice Day, everyone. So I thought I'd do the same here at Daily Blast Live. Let's take a look. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for being great. Thanks. Thank you, sweetie. You know what? Some people weren't as accepting. So let's go on up. Come on, follow me. It's Do Something Nice Day. So, to my Al, Fashion Jackson. And to my Samantha Shocker, my gorgeous.
You better give me
Jeff gets a fern. And you get a gorgeous flower, Miss Ebony.
I love you.
Of course.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
All right, more trending stories coming up in our next half hour. Blast Live, including the real reason why the Fixer Upper couple is closing the door on their popular home improvement show.
Hey guys, Tori Schulman here with Daily Blast Live. We have some trending stories we want to get to right now. Connor?
Yeah, so trending in the tech world right now, you can now post Instagram stories directly to Facebook. So yeah, it just streamlines that process. It takes Instagram stories that you record there and it'll post directly to your Facebook stories. Vice versa, posting your Facebook stories to Instagram has not happened yet. However, we're hoping that that will soon come about as well. There are currently 250 million monthly users of Instagram stories, so it should drive a lot of traffic to the Facebook stories as well.
Wow, so now on Facebook I can see what you're eating for lunch, because that's what I see on my Instagram stories. Coming over to the gorgeous Kelly, what's going on?
Hi, so pretty serious news. So we remember talking yesterday, Facebook and Google admitted their algorithms promoted articles containing conspiracy theories regarding the Las Vegas shootings. Now, Google is under fire for YouTube actively promoting Las Vegas shooting equals hoax. So there's a lot of conspiracy theorist videos coming out, and the way that their autoplay function happens, these actually come up as top results when you look up for the shooting. So obviously this is very troubling for survivors and families going through this right now. I want to say that Google's on it. I'll look into what the company's doing as far as security issues, and I will keep you guys updated on this.
That's great, because in something we're dealing with fake news, we don't know what news is, to have something like this be considered a hoax and then to have it pop up as an algorithm on the top is awful. So thanks, Kelly. Keep going with that. Brett, we got, oh, I saw this. This is terrifying.
Yeah, so this is a pretty creepy video a woman from the Netherlands posted. She bought a Wi-Fi connected camera to keep an eye on her dog while she's away, but she caught it whispering to her and moving around, so she filmed it. I can't show you the video because she swears, but it says "Hola, señorita" to her. It's creepy.
Guys.
It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering breaking news and trending topics that are happening right now, no matter where you are watching. That was our beautiful DBL family. They are working hard on both your social comments, breaking news, and the top trending stories happening in this moment. The House has just passed its budget resolution that paves the way for GOP's tax bill. But Democrats say that Republicans will slash Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security to pay for the plan. Lawmakers and consumers are outraged as Equifax has just won a multi-million-dollar contract from the IRS to fight taxpayer fraud. This after the company had a major security breach that exposed personal information for nearly half of all Americans. And our girl Miley Cyrus is trending for her rendition of her very own Godmother song with Jimmy Fallon live last night. Let's watch this. Yes, that was Fallon as Rogers. Back to you, Sam Shocker.
Erica Cobb, he looked just like
I love he did. I thought that was him.
I was like, oh, Kenny Rogers. Yes, no, it's Jimmy Fallon. All right, joining me is media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother Jeff Schroeder, and comedian Al Jackson. I'm Sam Shocker. Let's get right to it, shall we? Martha Stewart is trending. This morning, she was a guest on Katie Couric's podcast, and she had a lot to say about her 2004 prison term. Check it out.
It was horrifying. It was horrifying, and no one should have to go through that kind of indignity, really, except for murderers and you know, there are a few other categories, but no one should have to go through that. It's a very, very awful thing. I mean, it can make lemons out of lemonade, and what hurts you makes you stronger. No, none of those adages fit at all. It's a horrible experience. Nothing is good about it. Nothing.
What was so horrible about it?
Oh, being taken away from your family, being maligned, being treated the way you were treated. It's horrible.
She did commit a crime, though.
Don't do anything wrong.
Do you think, so she clearly thinks, I mean, going off of what she said, that white-collar crimes don't deserve
That's what I took away from it. That's exactly what I took away from it. And she happens to be famous, and we're taking this in and like, okay, it is terrible, but that there's many people that go to prison and feel that same exact way. And I don't know, I mean, sometimes people say no crime is bigger than the other, but what you did is what you did. You're free now, and keep it moving, Martha, but, you know.
She seemed really very, like, unapologetic.
It was underneath.
It's prison. It's prison.
Yeah.
You do something wrong, it's prison. I don't want to hear how bad your food is. I don't want to hear that it's so hard. It's prison. Don't do anything wrong.
But prison is a for-profit organization. You know, there's a lot of people in there that I think don't deserve to be there.
But
that's a whole different discussion.
She went to Martha Stewart prison, though. She didn't go to, like, real prison. She went to, like, there's a valet, valet, and it's up in Connecticut. There's a tea hour at 4 o'clock. That's not real prison. Like, that prison is a place I would vacation.
And I think she was a little misquoted. Well, I heard her say it, but she said you make lemon out of lemonades. I'm sure she made lemon cake out of lemons. You know, I just feel like she cooked the cake in there.
That would be more apropos.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
All right, digital producer Kelly with something happening at this moment. Kelly, what's going on?
Hey, at this moment, we have just learned that Facebook, they're testing a new feature, and it will let you see if the article you're reading is fake news or real news. And very exciting. So you'll tap a button, and then it'll bring up more information about the story, and it'll show you who the story comes from, whether it's Associated Press or so on. And they said they want you to be able to make an informed decision, and they want to provide you with that information. So pretty cool.
This is great.
Yeah.
So I don't have to Snopes my, I guess I'm not going to say that name. I almost named the person.
Wow.
So I don't have to Snopes them anymore. That's great. Okay. Do you want to chime in?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theorists that are like, well, this is fake news telling me that this is fake news, but this is actually real news. So I feel like, conspiracy people are going to read the articles they want to read.
Julia Roberts is trending. She was a guest on The Late Late Show with James Corden, and the two reenacted as many of her movies as possible in 10 minutes. It was so good. So today, our producers have a few clips for us, and I guess they're all brand new ones so they can surprise us. So we're going to try and guess them live. We're playing a game. Okay, let's roll the first clip.
Oh, I'm in.
Let's go.
You know, honey, you do just fine if you just use your head a little more.
I'm not going to be slinging pizza for the rest of my life.
The best pizza.
Mystic Pizza, Al said first.
I got Mystic Pizza. How about that?
One point for Al. One point for Al.
I'm on it.
Let's roll the next clip.
Oh, see, now that pisses me off. They may not be the most sophisticated people, but they do know how to divide, and $20 million isn't when you split it between them. So before you come back here with another lame-ass offer, I want you to think real hard about what your spine is worth. By the way, we had that water brought in especially for you folks. Came from a well in Hinckley.
I loved that scene. That's 2 for Al, 1 for Sam, 0 for Ebony.
I'm going in with Pretty Woman right now. Pretty Woman.
After us.
Oh, God.
We got one more. We got one more.
I believe in fairies.
You know that place between sleep and awake? That place where you still remember dreaming? That's where I'll always love you, Peter Pan.
I'll never grow up.
Give me mine. Give me mine.
Pan, you said Hook, so Ebony gets 1. I get 1. But Al's the winner with 2. You got 0. Al's the winner with 2.
What do I get?
Yes, Al.
This is not a very friendly day, I'll tell you.
Al,
It's supposed to be National Nice Day.
You get some tea.
You need to step your Julia Roberts game up. Come on, man. Get on board.
All right, now for a little bit of fantasy football, DBL style. Social media is going crazy over reports that Justin Timberlake could headline the Super Bowl halftime show in 2018. Of course, he had that infamous moment with Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction back in 2004. But some are speculating that for this upcoming halftime show, Justin could bring Janet back, just like he brought Sexy back.
Yeah.
Or maybe Justin will invite ex-girlfriend Britney Spears.
Ooh.
We want you to weigh in. Open your DBL app and vote. Who do you think Justin should feature in his halftime show? Janet, vote. Britney or NSYNC. I know you're going to vote for NSYNC.
I'm going to vote for all of them. Bring them all back.
That would be great. There's enough time.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just don't like the way this started. Like, you guys said fantasy football. I got excited. Then it was Justin Timberlake on the screen. I was like, come on.
Okay.
I'm going to set my lineup.
Salty Al face.
Salty.
Ooh.
If Justin comes back, does a little rendition with the boys, brings in sync, puts the band back together, then they do like a little thing. Janet, like maybe one of his articles of clothing come off, but in a tasteful way.
You like that, huh?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not talking.
What's a tasteful way for an article of clothing to come off? Ebony, do you know?
Well, you know. I'll tell y'all about it after the show. See us on Facebook Live. Okay. Looks like Janet, Miss.
Janet, 56%. We would love to see Miss Janet Jackson make an appearance. Fixer-upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines are trending. I love them as fans try to figure out why they are ending their hit show after the season. I am too. Yesterday, a report came out saying they were worried about the security of their kids, but now the Gaines are telling Entertainment Tonight that they just want more time for their family. And as proof of this, Joanna posted this Instagram video last night. It was so cute, dancing with her daughter Emmy Kay to the La La Land soundtrack.
Love it.
And it's gotten more than 1.5 million views, which is no surprise. She has millions of fans.
That's a pretty good dance.
I know.
That was actually really good.
That's another thing she can add to her list.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought about, and Jeff, you can chime in on this being on Big Brother, after a while, when cameras follow you around all the time, getting every bit and piece of your life, you sometimes maybe feel like, and I'm just guessing here, that you don't have any private time. And I think they just want to be a little bit more normal. Would you agree that that could be irritating?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, they're very successful in their own right, you know, and this is as normal as it gets. They're like, they're on TV all the time.
Right.
People love to look into people like this. They have a successful marriage, they have a family, and the most normal thing they're doing is walking away, not being having the cameras. Doesn't say they're not going to come back, but people love to watch normal people. You know,
and maybe they just want more time on their hands too. I mean, time is priceless, especially if you're raising 4 kids.
They're writing a cookbook. They have a restaurant going. They have their own business. They actually flip houses, you know, off camera. I mean, I understand them. Like, normal is as normal does, and for them, I think they've kind of been looking and been like, hey, how about if we take a step back? We've achieved our wildest dreams. Now let's just watch our kids grow up, because you only get to see that one time.
Climb the ladder. You know what I mean? Keep coming in, and they're climbing it. All right.
Yeah, they need a little time to breathe. We support you guys. Pop culture guru Tori Shulman has a new trending story coming in hot.
Hot, hot, hot. Guys, ground control to Bowie fans. Yes, you'll be able to see some of his outfits in Brooklyn. That's right. An exhibit of Bowie's memorabilia is coming to the Brooklyn Museum in March. More than 300 items from the icon's life will be on display, including 60 stage costumes, photography, and excerpts from his live performances, like the Diamond Dogs tour in 1974. Now, the exhibit was organized by the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. I want tickets, but you're not under pressure to get me them.
I love me a good Tori pun.
That was good, Tori. You've done excellent today.
Thank you.
Excellent. And there is more Daily Blast Live ahead. Gonna throw it to my girl Erica Cobb to find out what's coming up.
Thanks, Eb. We're gonna meet a man who's been protecting students for years, but it was the students who came to his aid when he needed help the most. That story's next. And then from Szechuan sauce to Japanese milk to donut burgers, comedian and co-host Al Jackson sounds off on some pretty weird food next.
Hi guys, welcome back to the break, my favorite part of the show because I'm in it more. Listen guys, Halloween's trending because it's happening in the next few weeks, and we have some really cool Halloween trends, some spooky, some just straight up cool. Leo, we're gonna start with you.
So trending right now is the Monster Bundt Cake, guys. Check this out. It's got eyes all over it. It's got purple and green frosting, and it's got a purple and green inside. You can actually find the recipe and make this on kitchenfunwithmy3sons.com.
I feel like I would make it for a kid's party, but I'm just a weird food person. Like, my food used to not be able to touch when I was a kid. So I don't feel like I'd eat it because it was a weird color. Purple and green? Yeah, the colors are touching. Ooh-wee. All right, next up. Oh, my God. Please zoom in so you can have the reaction I just had.
Let me play this.
Oh, my God, Angelica.
This is really creepy, and that's why it's trending right now. It's this literally creepy doll that's selling for $170 on eBay, and people have a lot of opinions about it. What do you think? Yeah, would you buy it? Is it creepy?
What am I going to do with it? I live alone. I have no trick-or-treaters. Is it just to scare the shit out of me? Oh, scare the heck out of me? I just swore. We're live. Who cares?
I don't know. I mean, maybe for Halloween I would use it, you know, in my front yarn, yeah.
No, well, have you noticed she goes forward and backwards, so she's kind of in place. Yeah. You were giggling because like executive producer goes, it's not for Christmas. He's being like a super, so mouthy, and we're doing a really good job over here. You guys let us know, let him know how great we're doing. Okay, Shakira, and we have a Kardashian, and we have another really smug woman.
Yes, Cruella de Vil. A little less creepy here. Disney Parks posted this on their website. Courtney visited Disneyland Paris. It's Paris Fashion Week going on over there.
Of course, we've been following it live here.
Exactly. Look at her outfit. Of course, she had to stop by with Cruella de Vil. Who would you dress up as, Disney character-wise?
I would dress up as anyone that doesn't make me have to shave my eyebrows to draw those puppies on. What was the question?
Disney character that you would dress up as.
Who would I dress up as? I don't feel like I'd want a helmet. I don't want a headpiece. You know what? I want to be Belle. I want to be Beauty and the Beast Belle because that was actually my favorite Disney movie. And I'm not a great singer, but I like singing, so I feel like people would be forced to let me sing.
All right, DBO Nation, need your feedback on all of this, please.
She's in charge. See you soon.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering the trending topics that you are talking about right now. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where we let my brother from the other mother, comedian Al Salty Jackson, sound off on all of the weird things that he's found on the internet. And here to help him out is my favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, Jeff.
All right, thank you so much, Erica Cobb. That's right. Al sure is stacking up the nicknames, am I right?
Right.
Al Fashion Jackson, Salty Jackson, in our favorite segment,
Salty
Al Sounds Off. Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, we got to get right to this because we have limited time.
All right,
you called me yesterday and said, you got to see this video, but you wouldn't let me see it.
Jeff, I would not let you see it. I'm going to let you see it right now for the first time. I like you going in blind, so just take a look at this Japanese milk commercial. All right.
子供たちに届けたい。そんな思いから酪農牛乳は配送にもこだわっています。
The sound effect was all made my life right now.
I mean, just looking at this video, I was just like, let's be happy it was just milk, you know? I think you know it's a bad milk commercial when you wonder if you should destroy your hard drive after you watch it. This is very weird
my God.
And very creepy. And honestly, at first I thought it was like, oh, this is just a disgusting Chick-fil-A commercial. But no, this is about milk. So just let this commercial remind us that milk doesn't always do the body good.
Good point, Al. Good point. Hey, Al, you know what goes good with milk?
What goes good with milk?
Donuts.
I'm down with donuts.
You like burgers?
Dude, do I like burgers? Yes, man. Look at me.
Put your hands together, Al. Check this out.
Let's look at this. Oh. Now, I just love this. I don't know if you've seen this. This is the donut burger. They make it in London. It's amazing. If you want to think about it in simple terms, it's like North Korea, but for your heart.
There you go.
You know, Jen is here, and she's really good with, like, calorie counts for your week. This is a good way if you want to get all your calories in one meal.
Just go for it.
Yeah, it's like, look, it's a wrapping of donut around a burger, and then they take a syringe and inject ketchup and mustard into it. It's like a Russian nesting doll for high cholesterol. So this is really cool, but you know what? I'm going to London in a little while, and I'm eating at Maxwell, so keep it up, guys.
Keep it up. Al, I know this is your segment, but I do not like it. I do not like it. All right, Al, next one. We all occasionally get caught sneaking a peek, Al. You know what I mean? Sneaking a peek.
It happens to the best of us.
Check it out. Check it out. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, little cutie walking by. This guy's like, all right, let me play this cool. Get a look at that behind and down. How do you not love this
Busted.
guy? Like falling over a bike looking at a woman's behind, that's the original swipe right. You know, because, you know, he fell in love, and it's all about, like, love. I'm sure when you saw your wife for the first time, it was all hazy. He feels the same way, but his is from a concussion. I'll just say this, you know, they say don't cry over spilled milk, but this guy, it's okay to cry.
All right, there it is, Al Fashion Jackson, everybody. All right, digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at the moment. Raquel.
Right now, I am watching the International Space Station where they just wrapped up a mission, a 7-hour mission to fix a robotic arm. Now, the astronauts are actually replying to tweets. So 6-year-old Keo asked, what happens if you get itchy in the spacesuit? They said there's a little device in the helmet that scratches your nose, and if you can't do anything else, you just shake around and do a funny space dance. So if you have a question for them, let me know.
All right, thank you so much, Raquel. Erica Cobb, what's coming up next on Daily Blast Live?
Thanks, Jeff. Coming up, a lesson in love from a senior crossing guard who actually gets a gift from the young students he protects. And keep sending us viral videos like this one. Imagine driving and seeing ostriches running down the highway. These 5 runaway ostriches escaped in China. They got on the highway, dodging in and out of traffic. They were caught about 30 miles away.
guys, Tori Schoen here on Daily Blast Live. I just wanted to read some of your comments because Jeff's behind me, isn't he? He's so, because you know what, he's being mopey because I was mean to him all day. And it is National Do Something, so watch this. It's National Do Something Good Day. Jeff, you're the best, buddy. See? Oh, he's still mad. All right, let's read some of your comments. I agree with Jeff. Look, Jeff, someone agrees with you. Dina Jakes writes, I agree with Jeff. Prison should not be like going to a resort. Tristan Sanchez writes, I think Janet Jackson should come back to the Super Bowl halftime show. If Justin can come back, so can Janet. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Woo, all right, that was terrible. Tristan also says, to add Daryl Patrick, I thought that Super Bowl moment was planned, especially when Justin said, better have you naked by the end of the song. Really good point. It seemed to go with the lyrics, and it also seemed to be planned, but who got in trouble? The woman. Let's also see Jeff Green, right? Martha Stewart committed a felony and then complains about prison. 2 words. Please. Jeff Green, you are killing it today. I feel like we need like 5 minutes at Stand Up at the Comedy Store. Wendy from Twitter, the exception it was in the divorce decree. If they don't want to vaccinate, that's fine, but don't let them in public schools because of other kids. Again, there was a woman that went to jail that we interviewed, she and her husband, because she refused to vaccinate and it went against the court order. She's now sitting in jail. Thank you, Wendy. That was important. Also, Drana from Twitter, whoa, is Daily Blast Live really the future of TV? It's so interactive and interesting. I'm so glad I tuned in today. Drana or Drana, I want to say your name correctly. We thank you so much. Remember, guys, it's National Do Something Good Day. Drana, you just made my day. What are you doing to make other people feel good today? I delivered flowers. I gave Hank a treat, who's a dog. I also stayed in the bathroom and helped deliver paper towels to people coming out. I gave flowers to people, and I hugged our security man, who was very uncomfortable, and it did border on sexual harassment. There were some issues, but everything is fine. So we read a couple of comments from you earlier. Some of you paid bus fare. Some of you helped get a homeless person some burgers and fries. Someone said they helped someone at work. So give us your hashtag DBL take on what you can do to make someone's day. So let's go and try and make someone's day. Let's go over there. Marie Claire. Yeah. So guys, what's something, Ebony, that you could do that's really nice on National Do Something Nice Day?
I can pay it forward. And I've done this before at Starbucks. Like I order my coffee and whoever's behind me, I'll pay for it. It works most of the time, except last time it was like 12 kids in a van and I couldn't do it.
It's like a clown car. Also, I will always be behind Ebony in Starbucks. Let us know your DBL takes. Bye, guys.
It's Daily Blast Live, and it's time for the Heart Thread. It's the story we found so uplifting that we wanted to share it with you, the DBL Nation. This is what happened when a senior crossing guard receives a very special gift from the young children that he protects. Check this out.
This 94-year-old crossing guard got a special surprise. World War II vet Luther Walker has helped students cross the street for 11 years. The job doesn't pay much, and Luther sometimes struggles to pay rent. But Luther's never felt richer.
I feel like I'm a little younger.
Luther hadn't missed a single day in more than a decade. So when he didn't show up for work, his school family was worried.
The children were so worried, the staff was worried, everybody kept checking for updates on him, and he's part of our family.
Luther had a bout of dehydration and passed out in his car. But the very next day, Luther returned to the surprise of a lifetime. The students threw him a 94th birthday party, and they even paid his rent.
That means more than anything in the world. That helps me maybe live a little longer.
Well, first of all, Luther reminds me of my granddaddy. May he rest in peace. Yes. Everybody loved Granddaddy. Everybody loves Luther. Just such a beautiful spirit.
And Luther didn't miss a day of work in 11 years. That's crazy.
Yes, 94 years old. And you think about work ethic. There's some people we might work with that don't show up and we like, oh, okay, they alarm clock went off. They partied too hard last night. But the fact that he didn't come to work, I think it shows his work ethic and his stick-to-itiveness. And one other thing my grandmother always told me is always have something to look forward to and you'll be happy. I think this man made himself happy looking forward to crossing or helping those kids cross the street every day.
He loves
day. He loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to stay active.
If you know someone like Luther who inspires others, let us know about them at dailyblastlive.com or on our free app.
And Jen Widerstrom has a new trending story coming in hot.
So Siri has been telling us what to do for years now, but did you ever ask her this? Siri, what should I be for Halloween? Well, our DBLers asked her just that and gave it a try. You got to see this. Take a look.
Siri, what should I be for Halloween? Just jump up and down, shake your fist, and tell people you're anti-gravity. You're on 134 South Humboldt Street. You could dress up like chapstick and tell people you're the bomb.
I'm the bomb.
Hang on, let me try that again.
You could go as an eclipse. Just dress in black and stand in front of things.
Not loving this one.
Grab a pillow, some cardboard, and a brown t-shirt, and you're a s'more. S'more or less.
That's pretty good, Siri.
I love this, and I know you guys are about to do this at home. I think my favorite was Erica Cobb as the bomb. What do you think? Give us your DBL take. Back to
She
you
is
guys.
the bomb.
That was a good one.
Can we try it really quick?
Yeah.
Siri, what should I be for Halloween?
You didn't wait for the noise.
Halloween is Tuesday, October 31st.
Thanks, Siri.
Siri just gives good
You're
information.
gonna have to up your plans.
I need help. All right, our staff is busy tracking trending stories you're sharing right now. You're looking at images from the live bear cam in Alaska's Katmai National Park. The cameras are up and running 24/7 thanks to the nature philanthropic group Explore.org. It's a great way to see nature anytime, no matter where you are. Look at those little cubs.
That's
I could
pretty
just cuddle
doggone
them.
precious.
You're so philanthropic.
Philanthropic.
You just want to use that word?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Philanthropic.
Can we focus on the bears? It's beautiful. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought.
I have one podcast that I was turned on to at the beginning of the year. It's a woman by the name of Gabrielle Bernstein, who is a total spirit junkie guru. And I really love her. She has multiple books, but the one that I love the most is The Universe Has Your Back, which I read this year, and it was pretty amazing. So check her out for sure. I'm generally listening to podcasts when I'm traveling. I travel a lot, so that's a nice way to kind of like get the time, pass the time and actually be inspired while you're in the air. So I just learned about this new app called Insight Meditation, which gives you guided meditation and different things that you're not so in your own headspace. It actually can guide you and you can relax a little bit more, but still get into that really balanced space, which, we all need more balance in our lives. So that's a great one.
Burlington. Guru Tori Shulman.
Yes, do you guys trust me with fashion advice? All right, well, I thought I'd seen it all, but no. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, the chicken pants. They are trending all over for no reason, the internet right now, from a company in Japan. One Twitter user said, all I can think about when I look at these pants is KFC. I don't know, guys, what do you think? I think they look pretty delicious. Yeah. Al Fashion Jackson, would you wear those?
Monday. I got them on deck.
You got
an old drumstick leg.
Chicken to it, Al.
Yeah,
we're getting those now.
I got a top that'll match those.
Actually, we are going to get those, so we do expect you to wear those. We have a couple of funny moments from the show that our producers put together. Let's take a look. Salty outfit.
Oh, they caught you. Yeah, they caught you.
Look at my face.
You're so happy.
Salty outfit.
My Al Fashion Jackson. And to my Samantha Shocker, my gorgeous.
You better give me.
Jeff gets a fern.
I thought that was
you get a gorgeous flower, Miss Lady.
That's funny.
Wow.
And Tori stole those flowers from someone's arrangement.
Yes, and they took them back.
Tori, you thought ink was going to come out?
I don't know with Tori what's going to happen, you know?
I really did think there was something.
I thought it was going to blow up.
It didn't look like the other flowers. I was like, what? Point that away from your face.
Oh, Tori, you should have inked him in the face. The stories never stop, and we don't either. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going.
My grandmother in Birmingham, Alabama, started a line of cosmetics and jewelry. Flora McGee. You can look it up. It's my name. I was born Ebony Florice McGee, named after my grandmother. And she went to John Powers Modeling School in New York in the early 60s when people they still don't know how she got through what. So she learned etiquette and what they called charm back in the day, brought it back to Birmingham. And for a period of about 8 to 10 years, black women in the 60s could not be tellers at banks unless they went through my grandmother's modeling and charm school.
My throwing coach, Doug Reynolds, he just saw me training and lifting, and he goes, she must be this great athlete. And he believed in me. But I remember him crying in the car. He's like, of every athlete I've ever had, he's like, I'm most proud of you. You know, because to not think you can do it, and then I'm struggling to work my butt off on summers to pay for tuition and to earn a tuition, to earn a partial scholarship, and to have your coach that has an athlete that made it to nationals in multiple events, and yet me, the weirdo from Lisle, Illinois, who walked out on her late sophomore year to make it to nationals in less than 3 years, you know, and like his reaction made it real for me. And I think that was the first big pivot for my life.
My mother was born with a disease called Gaucher's disease, which is a metabolic enzyme deficiency disorder. And basically all that means is she's missing the trash people in her body that take out the trash. So what happens is trash will build up around her bones and oxygen can't get through and her bone like literally dies.
It's Thursday, October 5th, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now.
Las Vegas hotel security is under scrutiny after the mass shootings this week. But will casinos see a decline in tourism as a result? Nevertheless, many local hotels will light up their marquees tonight with a special message of unity.
Ryan Seacrest cancels his appearance on Good Morning America last minute after Kelly Ripa reportedly demands it, prompting some to question her motives. Is Kelly getting a fair shake?
What should parents do when they disagree in a child's health care? We spoke with one mom days before she went to jail for violating a court order to get her son vaccinated. Her new husband defended her beliefs last night in an interview with us, but her ex is standing his ground. That's in today's Deep Dive.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, October 5th, which means that if you have not paid your rent, today is the last day so that you don't incur any late fees. But we're the only live show that covers what you're talking about right now. By the end of the show, you'll be caught up on all the breaking news and trending stories. You can be a part of the show, too. It's very easy. Get your phone, download the DBL app, and guess what? You'll be heard. But let's go and pop this thing off with the top 5 trending stories happening right now. And I'm going to toss it down to my boy, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, Jeff.
Thank you, Ebony Steele. Looking beautiful as always. All right, guys, we are live, and I'm here with radio girl Erica Cobb, Biggest Loser trainer Jen Widerstrom, and pop culture guru Tori Shulman. We want to welcome all of our Daily Blast Live viewers. We're a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is in our studio ready to cover news as it trends, and we will interrupt the show at any moment with breaking news. All right, guys, a lot to talk about. And speaking of breaking news, digital producer Kelly Schubert has something happening at the moment. Kelly.
We've got a live look from Las Vegas. This is the scene of Sunday's shooting. You can see all the chairs are still left behind, and that's because the FBI is still collecting evidence. In the meantime, the win is they've stepped up security in response to the shooting. Security guards and police officers have been seen using wands and metal detectors. So some people may think this is inconvenient, but this is the reality now and may be the new reality for many hotels on the Strip. Wow. So I'm going to bring you updates from Las Vegas as I get them, and I'll let you know.
Thank you, Kelly. Kind of eerie, right? Because they can't touch anything because of the FBI.
It's almost like fossils. You see the remains. Yeah, it's interesting.
All right, guys, speaking of Las Vegas, here's a story that you guys are sharing right now. Marquees at many of the Strip's hotel and casinos displayed special messages in honor of the shooting victims. One read, quote, "We've been there for you during the good times. Thank you for being there for us now." And they're right. You know, like people are spending all over the world sending love to Vegas, obviously.
I'm glad we were able to kind of show all these photographs because I think for me at least, I see Vegas as this like getaway, this escape, but it's really a community, and they're recognizing it with those messages.
And when you've been there for the good times and you've been there, you spend your money, you do things maybe you don't want to tell everyone. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Right. But at that same time, you got to take care of Vegas. You know, if you want to have that as an island, as a place to go. You got to take care of it, and that's what we're going to do for them.
Yep. And we touched on this before, but you know, after 9/11 with Broadway and Giuliani coming out and saying, you know, go and take in a Broadway show, like I looked at my husband and I was like, we should be going to Vegas. Like when in a few weeks we were kind of like on the border, like, do we go? Yeah. And I'm like, we should go if for no other reason to create some normalcy and also to give back to.
I agree.
I like that.
Let's go together. I'm kind of into slots.
Let's do Vegas. All right. Another top trending story, entertainment story at this moment. Bruce Springsteen. His sign is going up for Springsteen on Broadway. Previews say the boss is rocking. When is he not? It's a 2-hour intimate show, and the tickets have been very hard to get, obviously. On his opening night, the boss dedicated his performance to his friend Tom Petty. The show officially opens October 12th. And like they said, tough ticket.
Tough ticket.
Obviously.
Yeah, a tough ticket. Just so you guys know, they never collaborated together, but they were on 3 shows together, concerts, and this is what he tweeted. I felt like we were long lost brothers. He said we were strong songwriters and we had a great ensemble. They really were very, very similar, and you see your mortality when someone like that passes. So good friend and good to give him a tribute.
Their lives definitely paralleled when it comes to their careers in the beginning and getting, producing as they went forward as creators. And I just think Bruce is the man. Like, he's a man's man. He would pull up a chair at this table. I've seen him in concert. He like literally didn't break a note, like was crowd surfing on his back, played for hours. And actually I heard from a friend of mine that went to this concert, or I should say not concert, show.
Yeah, Broadway show.
And it was this like storytelling and music, and he's like a totally different experience. You got to go to see it for yourself.
It was a heck of a show.
Heck of a show.
It was a heck of a show. A top entertainment story trending at the moment, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The nominees for the 2018 class were just announced. There's a lot that you guys are looking at right now. Some of them stand out, including Radiohead, LL Cool J, Bon Jovi, and a full list. If you guys go to our Facebook page, you can see the full list of nominees. Which nominee would you vote for? Grab your device and open a DBL app. Click on Vote Now. Bon Jovi, LL Cool J, or Radiohead? Vote now.
I think Nina Simone should be on there.
I think so, too.
Nina Simone deserves to be on there. Not only did she give great song, and it was a songstress, but she did a lot in terms of racial history. Strange Fruit was a really important song, and I think if you deny that, you deny a large part of our history, to be honest.
Well, I think I agree. I also think that she was the subject of a lot of mental health issues, and now we've come to a time in this country and in this world where we realize that that's actually a disease that needs to be treated. Yeah. So I think that now it unlocks a lot of mystery about her as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go. I can't believe Bon Jovi hasn't been inducted already. I was surprised. And I got to go with my man LL here. You know what I mean? Teamwork make the dream work, LL. I love that guy.
It's a Queen's thing, right?
Sure.
That's one of his lyrics.
I'm from Chicago.
Oh, I'm just trying.
Ladies love Cool Jeff.
Ladies love Cool Jeff.
Listen, can I get back? All right, drum roll. They told me to drum roll. Let's drum roll it, everybody. The winner's LL Cool J. I was going to say the Beasties got in there, if you're thinking way back, Public Enemy's in there already. So I think LL needs a spot when you're putting them up against those guys. But I think all of them will eventually be in there, huh?
Hopefully.
I'm with you, Cool Jeff.
Let's not start. Let's just move on. Another top trending entertainment story. Last night's season premiere of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The show opened with Teresa's mother's wake, and there was a big bombshell. Take a look.
I needed my mom. I come from a small family, and I just love her being there. And I love my daughters having a grandma, but because of the situation that he put me in, I lost 11 and a half months with my mom. That upsets me that, you know, I missed out that year.
Now, if you guys are a Real Housewives of New Jersey fan like I am, this is big news because she has always supported Joe, her husband. He's in jail for fraud. She had to go in jail for 11 months. She missed seeing her mom. Her mom just passed. And the first time, this is what she said, because of the situation he put me in. That's the first time we've seen a little divide between Joe and Teresa. She's always stuck by her man, and I've always wondered why. He's really put her in an awkward position. I want her to get the heck out of there.
Well, she's old school, you know? Like, I think that that's really what it comes down to. But I could see this because I'm 100% ride or die for my husband. But if he did something that affected my relationship with my mother in some way, that would be about the only thing
The only
that would
thing
get,
that'll do
yes,
it.
yeah, about the only thing.
I feel bad for her just watching that and knowing that she had to go to jail and missed, you know, her mother's, you know, missed out on that time with her mother.
Yeah,
so
she's the one
I feel
that
bad
flipped
for
the
her.
table, and it was crazy, but at the same time, agreed. I felt terrible for her. She had to go to actual prison for something her husband did, and she stuck by him the whole time.
But it's also important that if she went to prison and she served her time, just acknowledge that you served your time and you did the right thing. Move on from that. I understand this is a very tough situation. I was very teary-eyed when I watched that, but it's that failure to just accept responsibility so you're able to move on.
All right, guys, we got Sam Shocker with some trending music news coming in hot.
That's right, hot, hot, hot. Pink fans, it's time to get the party started because Pink is going on tour. Do we love it? Do we love it? It's going to be called the Beautiful Trauma World Tour, and it kicks off in March. Pink tweeted that her next album hits stores October 13th, and she teased her brand new documentary. Take a look.
So it's rehearsals, and it's putting on shows. And then your 6-year-old has surf camp, and your 8-year-old has a vaccination. And then your album's out.
Be right back. I'm going to go get tickets.
All right, Daily Blast Live is a trending show that covers news live as it happens. Ebony Steele is in a DBL Hub tracking your social comments and viral videos. Eb.
That's right, Jeff, I am. And right now, a mother sits in jail because she refused to have her child vaccinated. Is it fair? Well, DBL talked to her and her husband. It's all in today's Deeper Dive. And also still ahead, are Chip and Joanna ending Fixer Upper because of security reasons? We get the answers straight from Joanna. But first, go to the Daily Blast Live app now and vote for the trending story we'll debate in the Smackdown. Got your 2 choices.
Rumor has it Selena Gomez is ready to get hitched, so she's leaving hints around the house for her boyfriend The Weeknd to find. Should you wait for a proposal or encourage it? Or Tim McGraw and Faith Hill say touring together has strengthened their relationship. So is working with your significant other a good idea? Grab your device, get on the DBL app, and tap Vote Now for what topic you want to hear in today's Smackdown.
Hey, hey, Sam Shocker here with the DBL Digital team. We're going to talk about some of the trending stories. All right, Connor, what do you find? What's this?
Yeah, so Ivana Trump is trending right now. She's the ex-wife of Donald Trump, and she's saying she is the real reason Donald Trump uses Twitter. In an interview, she said that she's the one who introduced him to the idea of using Twitter as a platform, and so we have her
to thank. Yeah. Thank you, Ivana. All right, Kelly, what do we have on Netflix? What's trending on Netflix?
Yeah, so this is coming from our Tegna affiliate in Buffalo, New York. So Netflix is raising its price for the first time in 2 years.
What are they raising it to?
So they are raising its most popular plan by $1 to $10.99 and its premium plan to $13.99, which is a $2 increase. It doesn't come into effect until October 19th, but here at DBL, we're wondering, is this because their really anticipated shows are premiering in the fall and they kind of want to get ahead of people subscribing and Stranger Things? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Stranger Things. Okay, I like that little innuendo pun. Something trending with Oreos. Sign me up.
Yeah, I mean, I often ask myself, has Oreo gone too far?
Do you think it has?
Well, they just came out with the hot and spicy cinnamon flavor, or it's coming soon. And yeah, to me, cinnamon mixed with that chocolate cookie, it just sounds gross.
So you're not a fan?
I mean, I'll probably try it, but I don't think I'm going to be a fan. No. And yeah, because you know they have a flavor for everything these days. Last thing I saw was apple pie Oreo. That sounded okay, but hot and spicy cinnamon, not my jam.
What would be the flavor of your choice for an Oreo?
Ooh, maybe a Chipotle flavored Oreo.
A Chipotle flavored Oreo. Kelly over here, digital producer Kelly Schubert thinks it's really funny. What would you name as like the flavor for an Oreo?
Man, I don't know. I just like the classic Oreo. I don't think, yeah, double stuffed. Exactly. You got to have the double stuffed, but the mega stuffed, too far. Like, it's too stuffed.
Connor, do you think that the mega stuffed, this is hard-hitting news, folks. Do you think that the mega stuffed is too much?
I think it is. The double stuff is just right.
All right, we want DBL Nation to tell us if you could pick any Oreo flavor, what would it be? And then also let us know your DBL takes on all the trending stories. And stay tuned. Keep watching. Yeah.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only show that covers trending stories live as they happen, no matter where you're watching. It's time for the Deep Dive. That's where we tackle one trending topic you can't stop talking about. Today, it's a mother in jail for refusing to vaccinate her son. My girl Erica Cobb breaks it down.
Mother Rebecca Bradow is in jail today after violating a court order agreeing to have her son vaccinated. Her husband, Gary, says...
No, they actually put her in handcuffs right there and took her.
In this case, it was over an agreement with the son's father, stating they would allow vaccinations for their son. And then she changed her mind. Rebecca talked to Daily Blast Live last week and said this.
I don't want to go to jail, but I stand for what I believe in, and, I deserve to have this side of the case heard.
Reaction from all sides poured in from the DBL Nation. What should parents do when they disagree on a child's health care? What's your DBL take?
All right, guys, I'm back here with co-host Erica. Erica, good job, by the way. Jen and Tori. Today, we're asking, what should parents do when they disagree on a child's health care, guys? I mean, there's a lot. We spoke with her last week, and now we have some new information coming in.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. We've got an update because, as Jeff said, we did speak with the mother, but we do have an update from the father, a statement from him, Jason Horn. His attorney said regarding the case, Mr. Horn feels that this is a personal and family matter and does not wish to sensationalize this matter as Ms. Bradow and her husband have chosen to do.
Right.
Yeah. He also says Mr. Horn strongly disagrees with the false assertions of Ms. Bradow that Mr. Horn ever agreed with Mrs. Bradow's unilateral decision to withhold vaccinations for their son.
All right. So this is like, I mean, this is having a son. I get him all the proper shots that he needs. I'm not really sure I'm understanding, because he's 9 years old, the boy that we're talking about now, and now the parents are a little at heads with each other. So I hope the boy's not caught in the middle and she's just doing this because of her ex-husband.
Well, that was my concern, too. There were a couple red flags, and I think that it was kind of addressed in that statement, that it seemed as though there might have been some things, some external factors other than the vaccine.
Okay, so to bring it to a point, the essence of this issue is, as parents, if you have a disagreement about the way your child's health care should go, or even other big decisions, what do you do?
So I researched this because I'm interested legally in what happens, and the courts will do whatever they can to make it up to the parents. They do not want to step in at all. So they'll give them more time. They want to come to a unilateral decision because they know what's best for the kid. Now, if there is an issue between the two parents, it will go to a court-appointed service, and they'll figure out between the two. And it's not who's in physical custody, it's who has legal custody. That's the person. It doesn't mean if I have the kid with me at that time, I get to make the healthcare decision. It is a legal custody issue, and that needs to be appointed by the court. But it's horrible for the child.
So is it? Yeah, go ahead.
Anytime it comes to legality, I think that's when we kind of have to be proactive. One thing, I'm 36 years old, I have no children, but I'm married, and we have these conversations about what we'll do, and I just kept thinking, people kept saying, oh, when you get pregnant, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, bad idea.
These are things that you should have figured out.
Absolutely.
If you can do that. I understand that things happen, but that's the thing. Have those conversations long before you're in a court battling it out over your flesh and blood.
I agree with you guys. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Well
and the
said.
DBL Nation Nation has spoken. We hear you guys, all the messages coming in, so we hear you. But now we have Al Fashion Jackson with the story coming in hot.
What's up, guys? You know, I don't know what's best for the kid, but it's definitely not these pants. Check this out. I got chicken pants for you guys. These things are trending all over the internet, and hopefully that's where they'll stay. A company from Japan that doesn't care about making a profit decided to make these pants. And all I can say is, like, when I look at them, I'm like, man, I'm just thinking KFC. You know, where's the little breast and a drumstick and a thigh? How about we never, ever, ever think or talk about these pants again? But I am hungry, so I'm kind of down. Back to you, Jeff.
Blue cheese or ranch, Al? Blue cheese or ranch?
Cheese.
Yeah, blue cheese, guys. All right, guys, we are live. We are live and covering trending stories as they happen.
Like Martha Stewart, hear why she calls her prison experience, quote, horrifying. And Ebony Steele, the SmackDown's coming up.
That's right. I think if I wore those pants, I might decorate them with a little hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? Just keep them real tasty. Okay, anyway, make sure you have the DBL app so you can always communicate with us and participate in our SmackDown topic. You have a say in that. Is it okay to pressure your partner into a marriage proposal? Or is working with your spouse a smart move for your relationship? Don't just think about it, be about it, and go to that DBL app and let us know what you think. There's still time for you to vote.
All right, Shakara, you always have something interesting going on at this desk. I know today's going to be no different. What's up?
Yeah, I'm on homefundme.com. CMG Financial, a mortgage lender, actually launched this website. It's the first online platform for crowdfunding your down payment on your home. Now,
Crowdfunding. Jeff, would you ask, if you and Jen are getting a new house, would you ask like
Me
people
and Jen?
to, yes.
You're starting a rumor?
I'm going to get.
Wow, breaking news.
Where is Jen?
I called his wife my wife. I'm sorry. Hey, if you and Jordan are gonna get a new house.
Oh, something funny happened? Yeah. Now Tori's here. It's not funny.
Would you ask people to crowdsource your down payment on your house?
What?
Would you ask people to like basically Kickstarter your house?
No. I think Kickstarters, they're getting a little out of control. I understand them for the big things, you know what I mean? Like the Vegas shooting to give money to their victims. I understand that. But like there's some crazy Kickstarters and they get crazy amounts of money.
It's weird. If you just get everybody to give you like $2 or $3, you can get to wherever you really need to be. It's very weird.
Yeah, I agree, Al.
All right, Shakara, what about you? Would you do it?
Heck yeah, I do it. Shoot.
You're going to ask your friends to kick in?
Heck yeah. And the thing that I like is, like, the article, this is what sold me. They're like, other people are giving you $250 for coffee machines and other crap. Just throw that stuff towards my first down payment on my house.
Interesting. I never thought about that like that.
Do you feel, is there any guilt involved in that if you're taking all that money?
Absolutely not. It's going towards my house. Like, it's going towards my house. Not so I can bum around, you know, like there's stuff on GoFundMe for some silly stuff. But come on. For a house, come on.
I'll vouch for Shakara. I'll vouch for Shakara. Angelica?
Okay, Angelica.
We start a GoFundMe page?
Okay, you guys, well, take some notes. According to a wedding planner, this is trending right now, the 4 signs that reveal if a marriage will not last. So you don't want to do these things. The first one is do not get too drunk at your wedding. So I think you guys passed that. You're good.
That's the whole point of a wedding.
It says do not embarrass each other. The third one is you have to take into account each other's needs. And the fourth one is make sure your ex is not hanging around.
That's a pretty big one.
Those are basic, though.
Don't have sex with your ex-girlfriend. That's a big one. Don't do that. That's a no-no.
Don't keep calling your ex-girlfriend when you're married. All right.
That's it. I think we're about to run out of time here. And this was, I don't know if this was helpful for anybody out there.
Leo will come to you in a few.
I made a huge mistake.
All right. Give us your take on DBL Nation. Hashtag DBL Nation. We're out.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time for the SmackDown. Now, just seconds ago, you voted to hear our host debate whether you should wait for a proposal or encourage it. So grab your phones, go to the DBL app, and vote for now for which host you think wins the SmackDown. All right, and it really does matter who wins the SmackDown. The host that wins the most SmackDowns between now and Thanksgiving wins a donation to the charity of their choice. So go to DailyBlastLive.com to learn about the SmackDown for the charities. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. Sources say Selena Gomez is ready. Okay, I can't talk and dance anymore. Sources say Selena Gomez is ready to marry her boyfriend The Weeknd, not over the weekend. His real name is actually The Weeknd. And the couple is living together, and sources say she's been dropping hints like leaving her laptop open on a screen full of engagement rings. Well, it got us to asking, should you wait for a proposal or should you encourage it? Here to lead the DBL SmackDown is pop culture guru Tori Shulman and radio girl Erica Cobb. And we're going to just get it popped off right now. You can go to your DBL app so you can vote. Erica, let's start with you.
Okay, well, when you're courting someone, you're setting the tone for what the relationship is going to be. If you have to encourage them into major life decisions like proposals, that means for the rest of your life and relationship, you're going to have to encourage them to do all other major life decisions too, because they're going to believe that that's your job.
Okay.
All right.
Back to you. I'm just going to, okay, settle down. I have a minute. I just want to point your attention to Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. I think that a man or a woman will stay very comfortable unless they know that their partner is ready. There's nothing wrong with communication. If you have good communication, you got yourself a good marriage. If you let them know, then you are communicating well.
Okay,
That's interesting.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
That's called inertia too, and I thought, yeah, I learned that.
Thank
It's cool. 63% say wait for it, agreeing with Erica. Erica, you go.
I appreciate Newton's first law. I also appreciate his third. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That means everything that you do has already been done back to you. So if you're going to start a relationship of dictation, then understand that that is exactly the relationship that is going to evolve. And do you really want to be...
Okay.
Do you want a ho-hum attitude about every single thing? Like you have to push someone?
I will talk. My last thing is Isaac Newton's second law of motion is Tori Shulman should win this.
All right, well, the DBL fourth law says that Erica Cobb won, saying wait for it, all right? While she relishes in that, our digital producer, Raquel Villanueva, with news at this moment.
Right now, the GoFundMe for the Vegas victims has reached $9.3 million, and the goal has been raised to $15 million. Now, this is coming when the Nevada Attorney General said to beware of scammers on GoFundMe trying to start accounts, but this one is legit, and he says to use it, and I always love to refresh it and see how much it's risen. So, yep, just in these few seconds, it's gone up $700.
Thank you so much, Raquel. Wow. Well, Daily Blast Live brings you breaking news and trending stories live as they come in. And Tori, we caught you doing something sneaky today, and we have that on tape. But first, the DBL Nation loves our viral dog videos, just like this one. Yoshi the dog bundles up for winter, and it's looking on as a trend as a fashionista.
I look that pale in winter. That's how pale I look.
Is that a smile? That is a model face.
It's a happy dog.
That is like, yes. Serve face, doggy. Serve face.
Go hoodies. Go hoodies.
Connor, what is going on? I see something pretty serious over here. What's going on here?
Yeah, so trending right now from WXIA in Atlanta, one of our sister stations there. A train actually derailed early Thursday and hit this house. A man got trapped inside. However, the rescuers did take him to the hospital, and he only suffered minor injuries, so he should be okay.
God, that's so scary. You never know when that train derails where it's going to go. My prayers with that man. All right, what do we got here? Some kind of car here?
Well, in 2015, there was Pizza Rat. 2016, there was Pizza Squirrel. And now there's Pizza Fox. So let me show you this video.
Geez.
It's coming out of Sweden. And this driver, he wasn't a pizza delivery truck driver. He just had a slice sitting in his passenger seat. He left the door open. And it just takes off with it. So, yeah, 2017 is the year for Pizza Fox.
Someone's being foxy. That was so stupid. Stone Cold Fox. All right, Brett from the Forest, Brett Forrest. Tell us what's going on.
Okay, so there's this tweet from a guy named Chris that says, PSA, knowing how to mix Hamburger Helper doesn't make you wife material, with a Snapchat screenshot of Hamburger Helper, kind of throwing some shade at this girl.
Yeah.
And then Hamburger Helper got involved and said, and this makes you husband material. And Yeah.
SmackDown. I'm going to high five that. Isn't he just
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Comedian Al Jackson has a new trending story coming in hot.
That's right, Jeff. I'm loving this. I don't know if you know this. Today is National Do Something Nice Day, everybody. How about a hand for that? And our girl Tori, my girl Tori, you just did something really cool, something really cute, something really fun, really Tori. So you guys, check this out.
Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for being great.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Trevor?
Tori, what's going on with you and Jeff? You guys are like brother and sister. And everybody knows Jeff really needed that Tic Tac. Back to you guys.
Whoa, man, I'm really getting it today. I wish today was Friday. I'm getting some zingers. It's National Be Nice Day. More trending stories coming up in the next half hour of Daily Blast Live.
Including the real reason why the fixer-upper couple is closing the door on their popular home improvement show. That's right.
Jen Wiedersham here, hosting, of course, with Daily Blast Live. I forgot what I was doing for a second. And on the commercial breaks, we always want to bring you the top trending stories right now. And I'm starting with Angelica. We have this amazing story about Winona Ryder that's actually going to surprise you.
Yeah, so she's obviously a famous actress. She was in Beetlejuice. She played Lydia, and she just spoke out in an interview saying that she was bullied in high school after she acted as Lydia, which is crazy because you think she would, people would want to be friends with her.
I was going to say, you think if the movie comes out, you wouldn't think that she would get bullied for it. You'd think, wow, how cool, Michael Keaton, this great movie, but like, no.
She said people called her a witch, but thanks her parents that have helped her overcome that, and now things are obviously back to normal.
Dude, bullying has been going on for a long time. Let's make it stop at some point, huh? Thanks, babe. Shakara and I briefly told me about this story. It's so amazing. I'm going to let her go for it.
This is 7-year-old Davin in Canada. He's legally blind, and he's able to see for the first time now due to these eSight glasses. How the glasses work is it captures HD video. It optimizes the images into an easily viewable format. So this is amazing. Little 7-year-old, he's able to see all the fine details like stripes.
And we'll put this on our Facebook page. I know we're short on time now, but go check it out. This is an amazing story. See you guys soon in the next break.
Blast Live, the only live daytime show that is covering live topics right as they happen. You ever want to be on TV or part of a TV set? Well, you can do that with us, but you have to download the DBL app and you'll be heard. And we are live in the DBL studios. I'm sure you can hear everybody working so hard, screaming, yeah, for you, because that's how hard they work. Okay, it's almost Friday, so maybe they're not screaming that loud. But I do have the top trending stories for you happening right now at this moment. All 5 of our living former presidents will band together at a hurricane relief concert later this month. The show will be in Texas on October 21st. No word on whether President Trump will attend. And San Juan's mayor is clapping back at President Trump. She rocked this T-shirt with the word nasty on it after he called her that in a tweet himself. She and the president have been in a war of words over Puerto Rico relief efforts. And our girl Miley Cyrus paid tribute to her godmother, Dolly Parton, last last night on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Check out their classic duet with Jimmy playing Kenny Rogers. Schroeder, it's all on you.
Oh, thank you, Ebony Steele. All right, guys. Joining me is radio girl Erica Cobb, Biggest Loser trainer Jen Wiederstrom, and pop culture guru Tori Shulman. Before we start, I know Jen wants to say something about that Jimmy Fallon video.
I didn't know that was Jimmy Fallon.
I didn't know it was Miley Cyrus.
God.
That was great.
Are
we going to play it again? Why not play it again?
I would play it for the rest of the half hour.
It's National Be Nice Day.
Okay, now we know. Thank you for keeping
There it is. Back to business. Back to business. We had your fun.
All right. Okay.
All right. No, we're still gonna have some more fun.
Cool Dad's back.
Martha Stewart is trending. This morning, she was a guest on Katie Couric's podcast, and she had a lot to say about her 2004 prison term. Check this out.
It was horrifying. It was horrifying, and no one should have to go through that kind of indignity. Really, except for murderers and you know, there are a few other categories, but no one should have to go through that. It's a very, very awful thing. I mean, it can make lemons out of lemonade, and what hurts you makes you stronger. No, none of those adages fit at all. It's a horrible experience. Nothing is good about it. Nothing.
What was so horrible about it?
Oh, being taken away from your family. Being maligned, being treated the way you were treated. It's horrible.
Breaking news with me. Jail's not supposed to be fun.
It's kind of the law.
Yeah, I mean, don't break the law, and then you don't go to jail. I mean, I don't know.
It's more, first of all,
wow.
Jail's a really messed up place to be. Let's just be really honest about it. There's a reason for that. It's to deter people from going to jail.
Exactly.
I think that we kind of like live in this orange is the new black post society where we almost want to like, I don't know, sensationalize jail in some capacity, but I do find it interesting that she said no one should go, except for this person, that person, just not me.
Yeah.
That's really what the whole conversation was all about.
I did a little research, and just so you know, she read a lot. She called it her Yale time in jail because she read a lot. She also helped inmates make ponchos out of knitting. They knitted out of strings and stuff that they found, and they made Martha Stewart ponchos. So she wasn't struggling. I mean, she was in a nice jail.
Selling on Amazon for $9.99.
They also made those ponchos in that movie, The Escape from Alcatraz.
Oh, yeah.
So watch out, Martha. She was trying to get out of there. All right, now we have some real breaking news. Digital producer Kelly with something happening at the moment. Kelly, what's going on?
This is exciting news. So Facebook has just announced they're adding a new feature to rule out fake news, or at least let you know when it is fake news. So what they're going to do is they're allowing you to tap a button. Once you tap it, information will come up about the article, and it'll tell you what source it's coming from. So Facebook says they want to provide the tools to be able to let you make an informed decision. So this is good news. Yep.
That's nice. I like that. We need more of that.
I applaud that.
We're applauding.
All day. Good. I'm glad we're applauding.
All right, moving on. Julia Roberts is trending. She was a guest on the Late Late Show with James Corden, and the two reenacted as many of her movies as possible in 10 minutes. So today, our producers have put together a few clips for us, and we're going to try and guess them live. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so here's the first clip.
Okay.
Drink your juice, Shelby. Drink your juice.
Stop it, Mama.
Shelby, drink the juice.
No, Ma. Stop it, Mama.
Shelby, drink the juice.
If you don't leave me alone, I'm going to leave.
Oh, I'd love to see you try. Cooperate, please.
He plays a wonderful Olympia Dukakis.
That was very
done,
That was
Jake.
great. I'm not sure who it might have been a tie. Steel Magnolias. Steel Magnolias
I'm
was
going to
the
make a
answer.
chart and put Jen 1.
All right.
All right, Jen got that one. Let's roll the next clip.
Hello, can I help you?
I was in here yesterday. You wouldn't wait on me?
Oh.
You people work on commission, right?
Yeah.
Big mistake. Big. Huge. I have to go shopping now.
Yeah, Jeff.
I'm so happy.
Okay.
Our Pretty Woman over here just picked Pretty Woman. He just
Listen, ladies, I had to snatch one up, all right?
Okay.
Last one. Here we go.
I've either been with a guy or breaking up with a guy. I mean, I have not even had 2 weeks of a breather just to deal with, you know, myself.
I hear you, sister.
Okay, I can't. Eat, Pray, Love changed my whole life.
Listen, that was a tie. You got one, I got one, so we're all winners.
Yes.
We're all winners here.
There we go.
There we go. That was pretty good. You love Eat, Pray, Love?
I love Eat, Pray, Love.
The book is
excellent. I was like, I could have a whole nother life.
There you go.
Let me do that.
Props to Elizabeth Gilbert. Yeah.
I remember that Curb Your Enthusiasm when he's like, how much would it take you to watch Eat, Pray, Love? He's like, $3,000. Watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. All right, moving on. Now for a little fantasy football DBL style. Social media is going crazy over reports that Justin Timberlake could headline the Super Bowl halftime show in 2018. Of course, he had that infamous moment with Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction back in 2004. But some are speculating that for this upcoming halftime show, Justin could bring Janet back, just as like he brought Sexy back.
Whoa! I see what you did there.
Totally tripped over that, but I ruined it. I ruined it. Or maybe Justin will invite ex-girlfriend Britney Spears back. That's even better. We want you guys to weigh in. Open your DBL app and vote. Who do you think Justin should feature in his halftime show? Janet Jackson, Britney Spears, or NSYNC?
I want to vote.
You're voting right now?
Here's what I feel like. I do feel like he's already played with NSYNC when he had his moment. There was a concert that he did and he brought NSYNC back.
Right.
I feel like we've already seen that. What would be really interesting is bring the moment back to Janet. It's that moment. It was in Super Bowl before. She got reamed for it. He didn't. Make it better. He seems like a nice guy. Let's give Janet her due. I think that NFL should apologize for the way that she was treated.
Do you think it could be like a statement, like an apology from Justin to Janet, like a, you know, to bring her back?
I don't think an apology is necessary at this point. I think anything that has been needed to be said has already been said. But Justin was in his early 20s when this happened. I think that's important to note. He can have a real man moment and be like, listen, I'm going to share this space. Yes. And I want to atone for things that I didn't get blamed for as well.
Or he brings Britney back and they both wear denim.
That was a bad one. Let's see what the audience said. They want Miss Jackson back. 53%.
Very nice.
I say bring them all back. I want them all back.
All three, yeah.
All
Mr.
three.
Boy Band himself. He's like, how about NSYNC too?
Wow, man. They just keep coming today. Fixer Upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines are trending as fans try to figure out why they're ending their hit show after this season. Yesterday, a report came out saying they were worried about the security of their kids, and that's why they ended it. But now, the Gaines are telling Entertainment Tonight that they would just want more time for their family as their business empire expands. As proof of this, Joanne posted this Instagram video last night. By the way, look how good she dances.
I know. I was going to see both of them are excellent.
She's dancing here with her daughter Emma Kay to the La La Land soundtrack. It's gotten more than 1.5 million views. So it definitely doesn't seem that they're trying to keep, you know, their 4 kids out of the spotlight by any means with over 1 million views there.
Yeah, they are in shadow. I mean, I agree. They are trying to say that. But you do worry about security. But I think they just have a huge mogul enterprise to run. They're just busy.
I agree.
I think it's an interesting commentary on society that people just cannot fathom the idea that someone would end their own show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I
This
agree.
is very un-Hollywood-like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but they're not Hollywood people.
Exactly.
That's why people love them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why people love them. Because this is the most normal thing you could do, walk away from the spotlight. That's normal.
And to know when to end. Again, Seinfeld knew when to end his show. This is maybe the best time. You don't want to peak and then go down. They're peaking real high. You should go out up top.
But also think about how many people we've talked about in the news, mostly musical performers, about them burning out and being hospitalized or whatever the case is. They're responsible for a lot of people, being their children, and they're just saying, I'm tired, and they're going to pull back.
They did the opposite of what you would do.
Yeah.
You would never walk away from the spotlight.
I would never walk away from the camera.
Can we actually get another camera on, Tori?
There's only 3 of her on her right now. We need one more. Sam Shocker has a new trending story coming in hot.
Oh, and I'm sure Tori wants this camera. Our favorite starman, David Bowie, wore some of the most fantastic outfits, and you'll soon be able to see them, some of them, if you're in Brooklyn. An exhibit of Bowie's memorabilia is coming to the Brooklyn Museum in March. So exciting. More than 300 items from the icon's life will be on display, including 60 stage costumes, photography, and excerpts from his live performances like the Diamond Dogs tour in 1974. The exhibit was organized by the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. Wow, I can't wait to go to this.
Yes.
Amazing. Are you going? Are you guys going to go?
We're all going.
It's pretty cool.
I agree. I would totally go.
And when he worked with fashion, he created an androgynous look that was never seen before. His face painting was never seen before. This was a big icon in fashion history, so I definitely want to go.
I feel like I was a late bloomer with Bowie because I always knew Dance, Magic Dance, and Labyrinth, and then I finally was educated to the world that he created, and that was, that was just like a funny spin-off with Jim Henson. You know what I mean?
The world of Bowie. All right, more Daily Blast Live ahead, guys. Ebony Steele, what's coming up?
Hey, I want to go see David Bowie. Can I go with you guys? Is that all right, let's get it. But I want you to meet another man. This man has been protecting students for years, but now this time, it's the students who come to his rescue when he needs help the most. That story's next. And then from Szechuan sauce to Japanese milk to donut burgers, comedian and co-host Al Jackson sounds off on some pretty weird food. That's all up next on DBL.
Hey guys, Tori Shulman here at Daily Blast Live. This was live. We're going to my hottest digital team in the world for some trending stories. Connor with the pink jacket, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so trending right now from Just Jared is an update to the Ellen trying to get Beyonce to follow her back on Instagram story. Yeah.
And just so you guys know, Beyonce follows how many?
0 people.
There you go.
Yeah. So she actually is recruiting some celebrity help. She got Savannah Guthrie, Jared Leto, Usher, and Ricky Martin to take a selfie with her, and she's holding a sign that says, Beyonce, follow Ellen on Instagram. So she's posting this to her Instagram, still hoping that Beyonce will follow her.
Oh, usually Ellen gets what she wants. She also wanted to be on Oprah's magazine, if you remember. And remember, she got it. That's exactly right. Moving on. Ooh, Santa Claus. What's going on, Kelly?
Well, unfortunately, people are saying he's dead. Just like the old Taylor. So this is coming from ABC News. So archaeologists in Turkey have discovered the remains of Saint Nicholas, the original Saint Nicholas. And he was a bishop in Turkey known for his generosity and gift giving, and he really ties into the origin of Santa Claus as we know today. So they're still investigating this. Obviously, you do not want to hear that or let people know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, even as a Jew, this is a buzzkill. That's terrible. All right, let's find out more about this. Let us know what you think about Saint Nick, Santa Claus. Do you tell your kids? Do you not? Do you tell them that maybe they're passed on? Brett from the Forest with, I think, Watch What Happens Live News?
Yeah, so it's actually about Joe Giudice. I had to research how to say his name. Hopefully.
You did great.
Yeah. So he is the husband of Teresa on The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Point to which one. Do you know which one?
This
there we
one.
go.
Yep. I know all about this.
Good.
So he is in prison serving a term for fraud, and apparently he's lost 45 pounds in prison. So what he looks like here is not what he looks like now. So at least he's being proactive while serving time.
It's a before and after, and I watch that religiously. He often had bottles of wine after dinner. Remember, he did a somersault and chipped his tooth while doing that, but he also eats an enormous amount of pasta, which I also did last night. So don't show below the belt because I have unbuttoned. Moving on. Let us know what you guys think about Joe being in jail. Is Teresa being weird to stay with him? Do you think maybe she should divorce him? She's been in jail. She's been in jail. He's been in jail. Let us know. Your hashtag DBL Takes. Great job, guys. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime covering the trending topics that you are talking about right now. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where we let my brother from the other mother, comedian Al Salty Jackson, sound off on all of the weird things that he's found on the internet. And here to help him out is my favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, Jeff.
All right, thank you so much, Erica Cobb. That's right. Al sure is stacking up the nicknames, am I right?
Right.
Al Fashion Jackson, Salty Jackson, in our favorite segment,
Salty
Al Sounds Off. Al sounds off. All right, Al, we got to get right to this because we have limited time.
All right,
you called me yesterday and said you got to see this video, but you wouldn't let me see it.
Jeff, I would not let you see it. I'm going to let you see it right now for the first time. I like you going in blind, so just take a look at this Japanese milk commercial. All right.
子供たちに届けたい。そんな思いから酪農牛乳は配送にもこだわっています。
The sound effect was made my life right now.
I mean, just looking at this video, I was just like, let's be happy it was just milk, you know? I think you know it's a bad milk commercial when you wonder if you should destroy your hard drive after you watch it. This is very weird.
My God.
And very creepy. And honestly, at first I thought it was like, oh, this is just a disgusting Chick-fil-A commercial. But no, this is about milk. So just let this commercial remind us that milk doesn't always do the body good.
Good point, Al. Good point. Hey, Al, you know what goes good with milk?
What goes good with milk?
Donuts.
I'm down with donuts.
You like burgers?
Dude, do I like burgers? Yes, man. Look at me.
Put your hands together, Al. Check this out.
Let's look at this. Oh. Now, I just love this. I don't know if you've seen this. This is the donut burger. They make it in London. It's amazing. If you want to think about it in simple terms, it's like North Korea, but for your heart.
There you go.
You know, Jen is here, and she's really good with like calorie counts for your week. This is a good way if you want to get all your calories in one meal.
Just go for it.
Yeah, it's like, look, it's a wrapping of donut around a burger, and then they take a syringe and inject ketchup and mustard into it. It's like a Russian nesting doll for high cholesterol. So this is really cool, but you know what? I'm going to London in a little while, and I'm eating at Maxwell. So keep it up, guys. I'm loving it.
Al, I know this is your segment, but I do not like it. I do not like it. I do not like it. All right, to Al, next one. We all occasionally get caught sneaking a peek, Al. You know what I mean? Sneaking a peek.
It happens to the best of us.
Check it out. Check it out. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, little cutie walking by. This guy's like, all right, let me play this cool. Get a look at that behind and down. How do you not love this
Busted.
guy? Like falling over a bike looking at a woman's behind, that's the original swipe right. You know, because, you know, he fell in love, and it's all about, like, love. I'm sure when you saw your wife for the first time, it was all hazy. He feels the same way, but his is from a concussion. I'll just say this, you know, they say don't cry over spilled milk, but this guy, it's okay to cry.
All right, there it is, Al Fashion Jackson, everybody. All right, digital producer Raquel Villanueva has some news at the moment. Raquel.
Right now, reports are saying that Amazon is going to start testing out its own delivery service in the West Coast to see if it can get packages and fulfill its guaranteed delivery date. Sometimes it's 2 days. And now this is news for UPS and FedEx, who have been relying on kind of Amazon for a resurgence in shipping. Now, the rollout, if it's successful, is expected in 2018.
All right, thank you so much, Raquel. Ebony Steele, what's coming up next on Daily Blast Live?
All right, you know I got it, Jeff. A lesson in love when a senior crossing guard gets a special gift from the young students he actually protects. And we want you to keep sending us your viral videos like this one. Imagine driving and seeing, it's a bird, it's a plane. Well, it is kind of a bird, it's an ostrich. 5 of them running down the highway. They got on the highway dodging in and out of traffic and were caught 30 miles away. You think they got tired of waiting on Uber? We'll be right back.
Hosting, of course, with Daily Blast Live. I forgot what I was doing for a second. And on the commercial breaks, we always want to bring you the top trending stories right now. And I'm starting with Angelica. We have this amazing story about Winona Ryder that's actually going to surprise you.
Yeah, so she's obviously a famous actress. She was in Beetlejuice. She played Lydia, and she just spoke out in an interview saying that she was bullied in high school after she acted as Lydia, which is crazy because you think she would, people would want to be friends with her.
I was going to say, you think after a movie comes out, you wouldn't think that she would get bullied for it. You think, wow, how cool, Michael Keaton, this great movie, but like, no.
She said people called her a witch, but thanks her parents that have helped her overcome that, and now things are obviously back to normal.
Dude, bullying has been going on for a long time. Let's make it stop at some point, huh? Thanks, babe. Shakara and I briefly told me about this story. It's so amazing. I'm going to let her go for it.
This is 7-year-old Davin in Canada. He's legally blind, and he's able to see for the first time now due to these eSight glasses. How the glasses work is it captures HD video. It optimizes the images into an easily viewable format. So this is amazing. Little 7-year-old, he's able to see all the fine details like stripes.
And we'll put this on our Facebook page. I know we're short on time now, but go check it out. This is an amazing story. See you guys soon in the next break. Hey guys, Jen Wiederstrom back with more top trending stories this hour. As promised, this one we couldn't quite fit in. And I'm going to let you take it from here. It's about the Kim K.
It's a lot happening. She teased this Sunday's episode, and it's basically her finding out that those infamous photos of her on the beach in Mexico were leaked with unretouched photos of her cellulite on her butt and her legs. I'm not choosing to show the pictures because you can go find them yourself on Radar online, but here's her reaction. She was not happy. She said, I have to go and immediately untag myself in every photo. And part of me feels for her. I mean, you're on the beach, you kind of feeling it, but then you got paparazzi in your face.
Here's what I feel.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's time now for Heart Threads. It's a story that we found so uplifting that we wanted to share it with you, the DBL Nation. This is a story of a senior crossing guard who got a very true gift from the young students that he was to protect.
This 94-year-old crossing guard got a special surprise. World War II vet Luther Walker has helped students cross the street for 11 years. The job doesn't pay much, and Luther sometimes struggles to pay rent. But Luther's never felt richer.
I feel like I'm a little younger.
Luther hadn't missed a single day in more than a decade. So when he didn't show up for work, his school family was worried.
The children were so worried, the staff was worried, everybody kept checking for updates on him, and he's part of our family.
Luther had a bout of dehydration and passed out in his car. But the very next day, Luther returned to the surprise of a lifetime. The students threw him a 94th birthday party, and they even paid his rent.
That means more than anything in the world. That helps me maybe live a little longer.
And that's so good. We love Luther. Don't you want to be the type of person that if you don't show up for work one day, people are actually concerned about your health, not just assuming that you're hungover?
Absolutely.
You know, honestly.
But I mean, I bet you Luther looks forward to that, and that gets him up every morning, getting there, and those kids are his whole life.
Yeah. Listen, to know that someone out there knows that you matter, that's what extends your life. That's what brings joy.
I totally agree with that, Jen.
Gotta love Luther. If you know someone like Luther who inspires others, let us know at dailyblastlive.com or on our free app.
All right.
Also, I do have a tweet I have to share.
Oh.
Yeah, it pains me to say this, but from Connie, it says, not enough Jeff on the show. He's on every hour. What do you want, Connie?
This is Luther's moment. Comedian Al Jackson has a new trending story coming in hot.
All right. I'm reading a tweet from Luther. It says, not enough Jeff on the show. This is really cool. Siri's been telling us for a long time what to do, but have you ever done this? Siri, what should I be for Halloween? Our DBL Ellers did some stuff, so take a look.
Siri, what should I be for Halloween?
Just jump up and down, shake your fist, and tell people you're anti-gravity. You're on 134 South Humboldt Street. You could dress up like chapstick and tell people you're the bomb.
I'm the bomb.
Hang on, let me try that again.
You could go as an eclipse. Just dress in black and stand in front of things.
Not loving this one.
Grab a pillow, some cardboard, and a brown t-shirt, and you're a s'more. S'more or less.
That's pretty good, Siri.
Now, that was really cool. She's got some pretty clever answers up her sleeve. Back to you guys.
All right.
Thanks, Al.
Just a quick question. Connie said not enough Jeff on the show, and we are very much wondering, is Connie your mother?
No, it's not. My mother's watching, though. She appreciates you, Connie. Our staff is busy tracking trending stories that you guys are sharing right now.
You are looking at images from the live bear cam at Alaska's Katmai National Park. The cameras are up and running 24/7 thanks to the nature philanthropic group Explore.org. It is a great way to see nature anytime, no matter where you are. Go Bears!
Yeah, go Bears!
Go Bears! Go Bears!
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Have you
You might need neck or back.
Jen Wiedersham here, back at the commercial. Trending stories, and I'm going to start with Leo. Oh my God, I love this. Rick and Morty, I love this show.
No, not Rick and Morty. Actually, Bob's Burgers is announcing a movie in 2020, Jen.
Oh my God!
Wait, we're gonna have Tina love scenes. We're gonna have all kinds of funny, great stuff from our favorite family on Fox. I am so excited.
Does it really take 3 years to animate a full movie, though?
I mean, you got to make Bob's Burgers perfect.
Everybody, let's take a look back. I don't know how you're going to pick at some funny moments from the show because today was hilarious.
My Atlanta.
How did I know someone was coming? LL Cool
your
Jeff.
Cool dad glasses. You keep bringing them back.
Yeah, listen.
The hat doesn't fool us.
I'm bringing sexy back like JT.
Heyo.
Do we got another one? Please tell me we have one.
Tori, what's going on with you and Jeff? You guys are like brother and sister. And everybody knows Jeff really needed that Tic Tac.
Today was a doozy. Today was a doozy. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Am I right?
Right. By the way, who here likes Tic Tacs? Anyone?
I'm a big fan of Tic Tacs.
I went to Costco and I bought 1 million of them, and I disliked them. So Tic Tacs for everyone.
You bought 1 million?
Even the audience?
The audience gets a Tic Tac as well.
Everybody gets a Tic Tac.
You get a Tic Tac. You get a Tic Tac.
Remember when I ate half your Tic Tacs during the DBL auditions?
Because we were all nervous.
Yeah, that's how Jeff and I met. And he was like, would you like a Tic Tac? And I literally poured the entire. No, actually, I went like.
We're not really establishing
even know each other.
authority.
No, but it was a funny story. Us three went in there together for the audition.
And all three of us got it.
Go to Facebook. All right. The stories never stop. We don't either. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going, guys. We'll see you next time.